here with two of my favorite people in the world, K. Dot and Miss T. Say what's up, y'all.
What's up?
What up?
All right, and on this particular episode, this is a new segment that we're going to try out. It's called Group Chat. So in this particular segment, we're going to talk about music, and we all love music. So therefore, I hope that this conversation is A1, as it is when we're off the record. So I'm going to throw out the conversation to y'all so we can introduce the topic. So what are we talking about first?
So music as far as our era or our generation versus I don't call them by their technical names like Gen Z, more like I might say millennials for like us, but like them, I call them the TikTok Fortnite generation. So I don't call them Gen Z. So you got their music and all the Lil House on the Prairie, Lil Great Diggers, all them versus like who we grew up with, who we grew up on, who we was in school with, and just who's hot, who's not, who's who we like, who we dislike, et cetera, et cetera. So,
okay, T, you got anything to say about that?
My music was better. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
Well,
it is straight like that.
And it still is.
Straight like that.
But this is, I've tried my best not to gatekeep, and I try to let this TikTok Fortnite generation have their fun.
Fuck all that.
But
you gatekeeping.
This shit is trash.
Shit is garbage.
It makes me laugh when I like hear the debates on like Lil Baby is like the best rapper out right now. He just might be as far as like day generation. But when I'm thinking totality, like Drake is still making music, Cole is still making music, like the big names are still making music. And it makes me mad when people just don't know how to get into other different genres or other different sides of hip hop. You got your mumble, you got your trap, you got your conscious lyrical miracle. But I'm a conscious person, so I love conscious hip hop. It doesn't mean I don't like trap and mumble. They're not on my phone as much, and I don't have that much turn up music on my phone. But I just feel like it's all the same. Like it's all the same to me. It's all the same to me. But and when they laugh at Cole and Kendrick for making the MLK raps, then they don't want to hear that shit. But when some shit go down like George Floyd, now who the two people they asked for? Where's Kendrick? Where's Cole? Why they not making no music? Cole was out in the streets. Kendrick was doing his thing. And it makes me mad that y'all was asking for that shit after they done talked their whole career off it. But here come Lil Baby with some conscious song. And it was good, don't get me wrong. Now you want his dick about it? No, you can't. Kendrick and Cole been talking about this shit. Y'all late. Like, thank you, Lil Baby, for your interpretation. But Kendrick and Cole, they been talking about this shit. So I can't get over just how this generation is so microwave. And if you ain't make something, if something ain't come out yesterday, then you don't matter. I like when I see Cole and Drake and Kendrick are like mid, like that shit make me so mad because I know they doing it for clout. I know they doing it for clickbait shit. That shit make me so mad. Like you wasn't around when nothing was the same and worse behavior came out. You wasn't around when but you just wasn't around for it. So when they came out with the hip hop Mount Rushmore of the 2010s, it's Drake, Nicki, Kendrick, and Cole. That's what it is. You can throw in like the summers were Young Money, Rick Ross, DJ Khaled, Lil Wayne, Nicki, Rihanna, Kendrick, and Cole. Those were the summers. Like that's what it was. I like Cardi. She's all right. I'm indifferent about Meg. She's all right. I like Doja. She's just weird as fuck. But the rest of them, I shrugs.
My only point on this is anybody who want to argue about music, if you don't know who Travis Porter is, we can't discuss anything.
Mm-hmm.
We can't discuss not a damn thing if you don't know about Travis Porter.
Not Travis Porter.
Okay?
No, real shit.
You saying that's taking it back.
I know. The parties was different when Travis Porter came on.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. If you wasn't, like maybe 150 soaking wet but you bought 3X, 4X t-shirts in the big and tall section at Macy's, we can't discuss music.
Yep.
If you don't know anything about baby fat, okay, Rockaware.
Man, y'all show y'all age like a motherfucker.
Hello, hold on, wait a minute. What G Unit? We can't discuss music.
Yeah, we can't. It makes me mad that the song, even in the songs of that generation that wasn't all that well, but it had dances to it, and now they're making TikTok dances over those dances. It's a dance to it already.
Facts.
I want to pluck the shit out of them.
What are you making? I just want
to take my biggest finger and just, you know what I'm saying? Every time I see it, I want to pluck the shit out. Why are you redoing a dance when it already has a dance? I saw somebody trying to make up a new dance to Soulja Boy's Superman.
A new dance?
Explain to me.
Yeah.
Explain to me the mental illness. The mental illness that took place with you decided to hit that record button on your ring light and do all of that when it's one move. You. Okay.
Yeah.
You. That's it. That's it. I don't need to do you voguing like you at a ballroom show or some shit. Stop it. What house do you belong to? House of sit the fuck down and turn your phone off. I don't understand what, like, this whole TikTok generation bugs me. Because if you're gonna take an old song from like the early 2000s and you're redoing dances to it, and all you're doing is this, I want to pluck the shit out you. I want to pluck you dead in the middle of your forehead. And I just feel like I need to call your parents, because who is watching you right now? Like, you're clearly a child. Somebody need to get the babysitter to take your phone. I need you to log out, and I need the creator of TikTok to ban your account. Period.
Okay, so y'all know I agree with y'all, but my question would be like, where's the space for these new generation of music listeners? Like where's their space? Like, do they have a space? Because I think everybody has a space, like, within music or as a fan or artist. But like, you know, us, we like, that shit's not real music. It's not real hip hop culture. It's not real just culture in general. Like what the fuck is this? But do they like where is their space?
They like. There's spaces everywhere. It's not saying they can't make music or they can't enjoy the music. You know, music is quote unquote subjective, which I don't even think so. I think it's very objective. But they will sit down and make PowerPoint presentations to you as to why Tekashi 6ix9ine is better than Biggie, and it's not even like a troll attempt. It's like dead ass no. He's better than Biggie, and I'm going to explain to you why. And it blows my fucking mind, because it's not even just, okay, you weren't born, so that's their rebuttal. Well, we weren't born, so how would we know? You do your fucking research and you listen to the music. Or you might not have been around for the actual, like, you were there, like, I was there when such and such came out or whatever, but you listen to it. And I just don't understand how this shit is just music, because it's just not. Like, a Lil Baby might be the only like real kind of rapper now. The rest of them, like, I listened to Throat Baby, right? That fucking song is crazy. The video is even crazier. I'm not gonna hold you. I do like JT part. JT is my favorite of the City Girls. I do like JT. Don't get me wrong.
There's only two.
I know. I only like JT. I know, but I only like JT. But that song is just like, our music used to be in your window. Like, we knew you was talking about some shit, but like, you eased us into it. Now it's like, I'm a rip your throat.
Sometimes
I beg the difference. One word for you, Trina.
Yeah, Trina was it. Yeah.
Lil Kim. I'm sorry, that's 2 words. Lil Kim.
Yeah, right.
I mean, but even with them though, like you couldn't
have bars.
That's what I'm saying. But you you couldn't deny that they like that they really could like walk in a room with some of the best rappers and hold their own. Like, I don't know if people genuinely feel like that about like the new age of artists, or I guess in this particular case, female artists. Like, I don't know if we hold that same standard for them.
No,
wait a minute.
I'm just out there, bro. There's some heavy hitters out there.
I'm just saying. Like, I mean, like, I don't know.
I don't care for Meg, but I think Meg can rap.
No, she definitely can rap. Like when she does like really rap, like and not do the what's the new song? That shit or the thought shit song that just came out. Like when she's really rapping, like she can hold her own with some of.
Let's unpack that. Because I know the ladies watching all of it. Let's unpack that. You just said out your mouth when she's really rapping.
Yes,
she's hot, except for that thought shit. Let's unpack the really rapping part, because any song she do, I would say about 2 songs that play in the malls and that play on TikTok and all that shit, I wouldn't count that as her like really spitting bars, because you gotta make songs that's gonna be radio play regardless. That shit is not gonna get no radio play. But for you to say that shit wasn't her really rapping, I just want to know, what is your definition of really rapping? Because she is not going to be ever. Megan is not ever going to be an artist where you can sit here and say that she's so lyrical. She's not going to be a lyrical artist. Neither is Cardi B. She's not a lyrical artist. She can spit. She spits in every.
You ain't never hear Cardi B talk about some Black Lives Matter shit.
You know what I'm saying? No, Megan is a rapper. She spits on every track she hops on, and let's unpack that shit. That shit, she was really spitting. If you listen to the lyrics, she was really spitting. But because the nature of the song and the video, you guys are just going to look at it and be like, oh, she's talking about being a thought. You ain't listened to the lyrics clearly.
No.
You looked at the video, you heard hands on my knees on my thigh shit, and you just was like, oh, this is going to be one of the songs. You ain't listened to the lyrics, because in between those verses, she was spitting. That's really rapping.
She do got bars. I ain't gonna hold you.
I never said she didn't have bars. That's not the argument.
No. You said when she's really rapping.
Yeah, when she's really rapping.
That just made it seem like your definition of really rapping is when she's not talking about quote unquote that shit, and that's not the case. No matter what song she throw out, she's really spitting. Body yada yada. She was spitting.
I would say that's her. I thought that's her shtick. Like the thought shit or like the twerking shit. That's her thing, ain't it?
And let's not forget, she has a persona. So you have Meg Thee Stallion and you have Tina Snow. Tina Snow is Meg Thee Stallion that does not give a shit, that's going to do her regardless, like the definition of I'm doing what I want. Meg Thee Stallion is I'm going to do what I want and go home to my man. That's a difference. That shit is a Tina Snow song. I'm going to be dominant. I'm whooping your ass. I'm getting what I want and I'm leaving. That was the point of the song. She even said she was talking shit. And it seems like now it's a think piece. Oh, they're shaking ass too much in the video. Oh, why is she talking about the same shit? Because that's the type of artist she is. She is never going to hop on the track and talk about real life and shooting in the streets and black on black crime.
Yeah, that ain't her thing.
That's not the artist that she is. She's supposed to talk about fucking getting her money and cracking cheeks.
Yeah, even if she did, that shit would probably sound weird.
Just like I'm not going to expect some type of MLK, as they like to call it, type song from Cardi B. She literally on almost every song, and I know I'm gonna get some flashback, but almost every song that Cardi B hops on, she be fighting the beat, and the beat be winning. I don't expect a MLK song out of her.
You don't think she can rap with me?
Every time she hops
some hot
on
takes
song,
going on.
The beat be kicking her ass.
No, she was killing Motorsport. That's my favorite.
Listen. How long ago did Motorsport come out? How many songs did she drop since then?
A lot, yeah.
And in particular, let me tell you where I'm getting this back from. That song on Khaled's album she said it took her 3 hours to do. Clearly.
Oh yeah,
clearly.
That was
we can tell, sis. You didn't even have to tell that you wrote it.
Listen to
we can tell. We know
beat.
when you write your shit. We can tell. Okay, Motorsport. I don't think she wrote that. Me and her can go back. Matter of fact, Cardi B FaceTime me so that we can really ask you these questions. Did you write Motorsport? Because I don't think you did.
Offset wrote that. Because she flowed like him. She flowed like him in that song.
You see how on that song was the one you said the beat wasn't kicking her ass because Offset wrote that shit.
Yeah, she flowed on that. That's my favorite verse of hers.
About 6 songs off her initial album, the beat was kicking her ass. Although, not even gonna hold you, that's my shit. A lot of the songs on the first album was definitely my shit. But that doesn't mean the beat wasn't kicking her ass. She was having to hurry up and spit the lyric out to catch the beat. And I'm just like, you should have just pulled a blue face and just said, fuck the beat. You know what I'm saying? Like, You just fuck the beat. I don't know what beat I'm on. I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like if
she's
still get
that
money,
bad.
she's not bad. The beat just be kicking her ass. That's it.
Now
I'm not
I
saying she can't rap.
Listen to Cardi for
No,
real.
exactly.
Because this is news to me.
Like Money, perfect. Like the flow was fine. Bodak Yellow, perfect. The beat was fine. I'm talking about what's that song? Be Careful with Me.
Oh, be careful.
She went 12 rounds with that beat, and that beat KO'd.
Yo, you're right.
I do know that song. I do know that song. Yeah, I know that song.
I could do what you do to me a few times since the beat is gone. It's on a different tempo. What's going on?
That's terrible.
I mean, and again, that song on DJ Khaled's album, I don't even remember the name of it. I just know it was clear as day. As the sun is blue. I mean, the sun is yellow and the sky is blue that she wrote that shit. Clearly. I won't even hold you. I know for a fact she didn't get a ghostwriter.
This is
that
news
was all
to me.
Cardi.
Honestly.
Me too, honestly. Like
but my favorite rapper right now this generation is Doja. It's hard to sidestep her out of music shit because it's crazy. But Doja fired him. And
y'all was hip to her train a little late. Y'all wasn't shooting with her in the gym when she dropped so high. That's Doja.
I've heard of that song, but like I didn't know. I heard the song, but I didn't know that was Doja.
Or no.
I heard the song before though.
Doja. Yeah, it's like everybody got hit to her when she dropped Moo, and Moo wasn't even a serious song.
No, it wasn't a serious song. I got hip to her on Rules. That's my favorite song of hers. But no, I heard it so high. I just didn't know that was her until years later. She.
And let me tell you why. It pisses me off. Being a Nicki fan, yes, I'm gonna take it there because Doja is definitely a daughter of hers. Because a lot of people hop on this Nicki hate train like Nicki is not who she is, but Doja is definitely a Nicki. When it comes to the creativity,
I don't think she sound like Nicki. I think she sound like.
I'm not saying she sound like her.
She sounds like Kendrick. She sound like her.
Like the girl version, not sound like him, like the lyrics, the flow, whatever. Like you know how he do like the computerized
his voice. You mean?
Shit? If he was a girl, that's who he would sound like. If he was a girl,
unpack that later. But what I'm saying is, Doja's creativity, the quirkiness, the out of the box, like her, you can tell that Nicki was an idol of hers. Definitely can tell. The way she raps, how she raps, what she raps about, is definitely a Nicki daughter. Not saying that Doja can't rap. It's not a diss at Doja. I love Doja. She's definitely on a lot of my playlists. I definitely give her flowers because she's dope as shit. But you can tell that Nicki was definitely an idol of hers. And it plays in her music. Definitely does. So it's crazy to me how the same people who be trashing and not trying to give Nicki her flowers are the same people that saying her, oh, Doja's so dope. You can't say Doja is dope without giving Nicki her flowers. It don't work. I can see how you can't compare Cardi and Nicki. They don't sound the same. I don't think they make the same type of music. But Doja and Nicki, they're going to be in the same category. You can't give one flowers without the other. It's just not happening. Doja's even said that Nicki is one of her idols. That's one of her influences. Like, I mean, Meg too, but you can tell like Meg has her own style. It doesn't sound like a Nicki verse. So when it comes to the playing of the voice and sounding like a doll and all that shit, that's definitely Nicki. And Doja does it a lot. And I fuck with it because she took it and she made it her own. But you can tell that Nicki was an idol.
And I can see I know that whole first Nicki album and then even like Doja's first album. And I can go to the songs to kind of like see where the influence was. Like I think Say So reminds me of Nicki's Your Love.
Which is why Nicki hopped on it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like
when I heard that, I was like, this reminds me of like Your Love, but then she raps at the end. So I was like,
Rules reminded me of that freestyle Nicki dropped when she first exposed her real natural hair.
Mm-hmm.
Look at these niggas, like that song.
Yeah.
Sounds similar. So it's like it's not saying that she's copying, not at all. But you can tell she took her influence and she made it her own. And people are out here giving Doja her flowers, which is very much needed, very much deserved. But then they're the same people who are not trying to give Nicki that spot on Mount Rushmore of rap, and it's not adding up. The math is not mathing.
No, she was the whole summer. It was the Young Money show. All the 2010s of the summer. It was Drake or it was Wayne or it was Nicki or it was all three of them at one time.
Period.
Like, yeah.
Although
I don't
speaking
even
of
we could
which,
talk about the 2000s because I think they're already immortalized. We could stay with 2010 to 2019. I don't think we got to talk about 2000. They're already immortalized.
Because I just feel like Jay-Z, Nas, and all of them, there's no discussion.
Yeah.
Like they made such an impact on hip hop and they made so much money from their music. They'll never have to drop another album again.
That's right.
And we're still going to talk about it.
What is the last XXL Freshman Magazine cover y'all remember?
The good one?
I mean, any one, because my favorite is 2013 and 2012. But that was Lil B, Mac Miller, Meek, Kendrick. I think Cole was on the next one. The ASAP Mob. 2016 is the last one I remember, and I only remember because it was all white. It's the only one I
The last one I remember was what's his face? Lil Yachty. His double XL magazine cover. I remember it.
Wow. Was it 16?
It might have been 16. It was him, Lil Dicky.
16?
Because they was wearing all white. They were wearing like Lil Dicky had a white robe. It was all white. Like they were all wearing all white. So it might have been Lil Dicky, Lil Yachty. Who the fuck came out in 2016? Oh my God.
That one was Dave East, Anderson .Paak. I want to say Rock was on that one too.
Davies. I do remember Davies on it. Okay. And only one cheese, and I think in the picture.
Yeah. I want to say Denzel Curry was on that one too. 21 Savage.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that's the last one I remember too.
I think that's when I stopped caring about it. Because after that, like, I don't know who the fuck is on these covers now. I don't know who's on these covers. I like it. It just seems like the music. It is. I think it is. I think any one of us right now could hop into a booth and make a viral song because I think it's just that easy. And I think these industries are looking for the next plant to do whatever. I honestly think it's that easy. Like people get mad, like, oh, when you get in the booth, all right, I can do this shit. I guarantee you. It don't gotta be hot. It don't gotta be lyrical. I can just say, like, Lil Pump really just said Gucci Gang 95 times, and this shit went viral. Like,
I don't want to get me started on some of these people.
That's what pisses me off about this generation's music, because there's no effort. There's no, even with the R&B. I love SZA. I love her. I love all of them. But I think back to like Aaliyah, right?
For sure.
I think that in music, there are certain deaths that had to happen in order to be sacrificed for the rest of the music, the genre to concur.
Oh, shit.
Biggie and Tupac's is one of them, and Aaliyah is the other. I think Aaliyah would have stomped on all these fucker hoes, every single last one of them, if she was still alive.
It would have been
disgusting. It's not the fact that she could sing, because she could sing, but she wasn't like Christina Aguilera, Mariah Carey vocals. But it was her ambiance, it was her aura. She was the original baby girl. Like I think she would have gave Beyonce a run.
And that worked.
I think she would have gave me a run for her money. I really do. Aaliyah was different. Timbaland picked his wife because she looked just like Aaliyah. Jay-Z and Dame Dash stopped fucking with each other because of Aaliyah.
That's a rumor. That's a rumor. It's a rumor.
Jazz, I believe the shit. She was different. She was so different. These industry plants are here. Cassie. What's Cassie? A pretty, light-skinned, thin chick who talks, sings, and can dance a little. What's the
you using the word "sing" a little too loosely when you're talking about Cassie?
No, but I said talk, sing. I said talk, sing. I ain't say sing. Talk, sing. Tinashe, same thing. Talk, sing. Yeah. Pretty light skin, tight body, who can dance. These are all industry plants of Aaliyah.
Okay, let me ask you a question, because I wanted to go back on something that you said earlier. You said music is subjective, right?
Yeah, I don't believe that.
But no, right, no, but that's what I'm getting at. You said music is quote unquote subjective, but you feel as though that is objective, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So why do you feel like it's objective? Before I ask my next question,
because I don't like that. I think if you go and put something out there, I think you should try to always put it out with your heart. Yeah. And I think that there's an objective in that. I'm doing this because it really means something. If you're just putting it out there just for some viral moment, that's not. I don't like that. I mean, it is what it is, but that's not how I view. You put it out for a reason.
Okay.
Like,
but is it the artist's fault or is it the fan's fault?
Okay.
It could be a little of both, I guess. Like, it could be how the fans kind of interpret it, or it could be a little of both.
Okay, let me ask both of y'all. Because it's open for both of y'all. So, is something like undoubtedly like trash? Like, can you undoubtedly say something is trash, or is everything like quote unquote subjective? Like, it's good to somebody, but like, you know what I'm saying?
Nah, some shit can just straight be garbage.
That's where I struggle with, because like at that point in time, I do kind of think it could be subjective, but then there's some things as purely garbage.
No, for sure. Because I mean, that's what
there's
I
something
think
that's just so garbage that when somebody says they actually like it, I'm looking at you like your music taste is obviously as garbage as the song that you said it was good. Mm-hmm. There's no way. Like, there's some of my favorite artists, like for real, like including Beyonce, where some of her songs I'm just like, you could have kept that off the album. Mm-hmm. Not to say that she's trash, but some of them songs just was a miss. Like the whole Sasha Fierce album, she could have kept it. She could have kept it.
You don't fuck with that one.
She could have kept it.
What was on that album?
I don't remember, to be honest with you.
I think the only
song
Ring the
that Alarm?
No.
First of all, don't disrespect Ring the Alarm.
That was.
Why would you ever disrespect that song like that?
That's on B-Day, right?
B-Day, okay.
Police. Okay. No, I think Single Ladies was on that album, but I feel like that was the only. Or was Diva on that album? I mean, it's a couple of tracks, but I felt like it was so many ballads, and it wasn't coming off like she truly was going through something. It was just like, I'm just going to sing this ballad, give it to the fans. I am Sasha Fierce, and I'm just kind of like, Sasha was giving very, very much simmer down.
Lazy vibes.
It was giving, I'm just gonna talk in a very low voice because I'm hurting, but I'm not hurting. Like, no, sis, because when Lemonade dropped, you felt that shit. She had a whole country song in that bitch. And you felt that. You bought cowboy boots and you were sitting here like, where's my horse at? You get what I'm saying? But when she dropped that whole album of ballads, it wasn't giving what it was supposed to, because I just felt like during that time she was just singing slow songs to give us slow songs. It wasn't, that's the mood I am. That's why I feel like I need to get to the fans. To point out what Kamal was saying, it wasn't this is what I have in my heart, I gotta give it out. It was giving, they want more ballads, I'm gonna give them ballads.
Okay.
The only thing I have about Lemonade, I love that album, but I think she played a lot of women. Because I think that album was like, fuck this nigga, fuck Jay-Z, you see what he did, he cheated on me, Becky with the good hair, but then she went back to him. Like,
so what?
If you gonna do something like that, I feel like if you gonna air out the chopper, you gotta be done. You can't resuscitate and revive the motherfucker. That's what she did.
I just love the testosterone that's popping out right now. I just love
not the testosterone.
I just love when men try to tell women what they're supposed to do with their relationship. You know how much money is in that relationship?
Yeah.
Billions of dollars.
And she has
That's not the point.
That's not the point. Why is that not the point?
Because they have businesses together. The point of the matter is, Beyonce wrote an album.
It was a money grab.
First of all, she don't have to do no money grabs because she has plenty of it.
It was a
Let's talk about the reason, but you're not having that same energy for 444.
But 444 is a classic.
No.
I'm not saying Lemonade's not, but
Lemonade was her version or her hurt of the situation, and Jay-Z's 444 was his. And they thought, let's make our relationship now That shit was a money grab, T. Please don't sit there and tell me.
How was it a money grab when nobody had no idea he cheated? That's not a money grab, first of all. Second of all, she don't need to do a money grab because she got it. And all those tours are both of them on it. She don't need to make an album when she makes all her money off tours. Second of all. Third of all.
That's not a money grab. Why her tickets and nosebleeds $1,200?
Third of all.
Wait. These are all good points.
What is wrong with a woman who simply just needs to, she's an artist. Isn't that what you want? Is somebody that has it on their heart to put it in a goddamn song? You don't know when she recorded those songs. She probably recorded them while she was going through it because it was in her. She put it into a song. And it's relatable. You know how many women out there is mad at their man, probably mad at their husband? They can relate to that album. Yes, he cheated. Yes, she even put in a song. The next time you do that shit, you're going to lose your wife because it's actually relatable. She put it in a song, she put it in the album, she dropped it. Like, how was it a money grab?
All of that is fine and good, and I agree with. But the way she was talking, it was like, I'ma leave him. And then she did.
She did.
No, they're still together. Jay-Z, Beyonce, they're still together.
No. Jay-Z even said that she left him and he had to trace all over Europe chasing after her and he had to get his wife back. First of all. So you be talking like you in somebody's relationship. Like you was sitting at the table like, what happened? Beyonce, Jay-Z? No, Jay-Z even said out his mouth. She left him. She packed her and Blue's bags, and I think they had the twins at the time. I don't know. She packed up the kids' bags, and sis left. She was having a very much hot girl summer. And then Jay-Z had to go get his wife back, trace all over Europe, chasing after her, because they got the money to be chasing all over Europe. He had to go down the street to the mama house. This man had to book a couple flights. He had to get that private jet. You know what I'm saying? So although, and again, we don't know, we weren't privy to that information of how long it was, how long she was gone, when these songs were recorded, if Becky with the good hair was even a real thing, or maybe that's just what she called the bitch. I don't know. It could have been Becky with the bad hair. We don't know. Because that's not our info. She put it in a song. We just know based on what she said in the song. But we don't know how long the separation was. It could have been a couple years because you know how private they are.
That's fair.
So, she probably, and he said that she did leave him for, I feel like the way he was saying it, it was a summer. So let's say 3 to 4 months. And he had to get his woman back. So they probably did the work. And even though she came back, doesn't necessarily mean that she came all the way back. It probably just meant, I'll come back to the States. Maybe you can stay in the East Wing. I'll be in the West Wing. You get what I'm saying? So we can finally meet each other in the middle.
Okay.
But for you to say that a woman who went through something with her husband that has billions of dollars involved, who knows about that joint account, the businesses they probably have their names on together.
People is divorcing every single day.
Regular people.
Regular people? Why does that make them different?
Regular people ain't got billions of dollars on the line.
People are divorced. Kim and Kanye just divorced.
They don't got billions of dollars.
Jeff Bezos ain't with his wife, Bill Gates. And Melinda Gates has got divorced.
Jeff Bezos and his wife. But you see how much she's taking with that? He should have stayed with her.
But regardless, they still ain't together. But let's get back on topic. We talking some relationship shit. That's not what group chat is about at this particular moment.
But to say it was a money grab.
Well,
she just simply put that shit in the album.
Okay, well, I'll say this.
B-Day, when they broke up the first time, was that a money grab? Because she talked about it then too.
He also was featured on 3 of the singles.
When they got back together, because again, y'all don't know when these songs are recorded though. Just because they're out on one project, you don't know when these songs were written or recorded. No,
that's true. Okay, well, I'm not gonna say it's a money grab per se, but at what point do you do you air out your dirty laundry in the public like that and profit off of it?
It's every day.
Listen, I'm gonna just tell you straight up.
Kardashians have made moolah profiting off of their dirty laundry.
True.
If I could have profited off my last relationship, I sure the fuck would it.
No, because nobody's saying
being broke and depressed,
thing to do.
I'd rather be depressed and rich off that heartbreak instead of being broke and depressed. Okay, I took my ass to Miami and was depressed. Beyonce took her ass to Europe. You see the difference?
Yeah. Yeah.
Just saying.
You either gonna cry in that Honda or that Maybach.
Hello, it sis chose the Rolls Royce.
Yeah.
Sis chose the Lambo truck. I chose the Nissan. You know what I'm saying? So if you're gonna be, it's like, listen, sis was like, am I gonna be depressed and just be chilling, or can I take my ass to the studio? And sis took her ass, because you know some artists do say that when they do their music, it's therapeutic for them. So who's to say that going to the studio and putting that shit in songs wasn't therapeutic for her? Who's to say the studio wasn't in Europe where she ran off to with the 3 kids?
That's true. No, that's a fact for sure. Like we all want our favorite musicians or the musicians that we listen to be very authentic.
Be relatable.
Yeah, be authentic, be relatable, be truthful in everything that they put out. Because like you said, Kate, this is like, you should have an objective when creating your art. Like it shouldn't just be some shit that you just throw on the wall and hope that it sticks. Like you want to have like a real base behind everything that you put out. And that makes the difference between you being a legend in the game versus a one-hit wonder, or somebody that was just had a little buzz for a little bit and then fizzled the fuck out. Now, in that particular aspect, maybe it might have been a little bit of a money grab, but it turned into 2 classic albums between Beyonce and Jay-Z that people are going to listen to.
They went through some real shit and they made projects.
And people are going to listen to them from that point up until whenever the fuck ever. Like, you know,
that's what we can go back and always talk about the generational differences. That's what makes our music so great. Even though those projects, well, they came out in the 2010s.
Yeah.
So I guess we kind of claim them, but you don't have that with this generation. It's just, I don't know. So their rebuttal can always be, well, what if my objective was to be a one-hit wonder? That's a weird objective, but
it is.
It sure is.
I can't fault you, but that's a very weird objective.
But also we can't just blame the artist and not blame the fan base, because it's a lot of artists that should have never even got a click or a stream in the first place, but something they said or did went viral, and that's now all of a sudden they're an artist because that one song blew up.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So now that's going to be the goal. If you want to make it in the music industry, you feel like the only way I'm going to get in and blow up really quickly without having to do the work, let me make that one viral song, and it could just be bad enough that it might start trending on either Twitter or TikTok, and then if somebody make a dance to it, like Whoopty. Whoopty is garbage, but it's catchy. You know what I'm saying? Whoopty, and this that's a movie. He dancing the cha-cha. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? But am I gonna play it in my car because I heard it all over TikTok for fucking months? And he dancing the cha-cha, da-da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da. Yeah, that shit bangs in my car. But when you listen to it, you listen to the lyrics, it's straight garbage. You're not talking about nothing. You know what I'm saying?
See, and that's what makes me mad about Bored in the House and In the House Bored. Any one of us can make that song.
Mm-hmm. Anyone bored in the house and I'm in a house bored. Bored in the house and I'm in the house.
Any one of us can make that song. Anyone of us could make that song.
But we didn't.
We couldn't have, unfortunately. But none of us could have made like Take It to the Head with Chris Brown, Lil Wayne, Nicki. Like we couldn't have made that song. That's the difference. Mm-hmm. We couldn't have made I'm on One. We couldn't have made we couldn't have made those songs. But this shit, like it's really bad.
Okay.
It's really, really, really bad.
But then at the same time, it just gave a platform for creative people to just be creative on a bigger platform, though. Yeah. So although TikTok is highly fucking annoying, and again, I'm going to talk about one of my favorite artists, Drake, with that left foot slide. I was like, bro, you could have kept that shit in your draft. But I understand now that is the definition of a money grab. You know that shit was some low key bullshit, but you knew that shit was going to blow up on TikTok. And it blew up for that throwaway mixtape he threw out that I think he should have just made an album since he want to be slacking on Loverboy, but another discussion for another time. But that was the definition of a money grab because you know that shit was not a 10 out of 10. And it's a stupid ass left foot. Like I can't even keep up with it.
It was a money grab. It was for TikTok and it was to show off his credit.
Exactly. Just like Meg dropped this one song off her album that I can't even think of the name, but I knew as soon as I heard it that she made this song for the malls. She made this song for the fashion stores that play trendy music that's coming out. This ain't like she's singing half the time and it's like auto tune, and the song itself is complete garbage. Sorry, Meg, but it's trash as fuck. But she was smart because it's going to get played on TikTok. It's going to get played in your Forever 21. It gets played in my store sometimes. And every time I hear it, I'm like, stop. And I mean, I hate it, but I hear it 6 times a day. So I'm going to sit here and I'm going to, move to it. Mm-hmm. So it's smart. But, as an artist, you got to think like, at one point, it's like, if I put this out, they can be like, why are you talking about the same shit? Because the shit that you're going through. And then if you don't, and you put out some shit that is going to blow up and be trendy, it's, it was somebody grab, this was some bullshit, TikTok. It's like, y'all, it's like what's the saying? Like, damn if you do, damn if you don't. Mm-hmm. So they just going to go for whatever's going to make them quick money. So that's what people are doing. If you're a new artist coming into the game, do you want to work for years, underground, independent, or are you going to throw out that real quick TikTok song and get signed the next week?
That was the fucking but that's what made me appreciate the Wiz Khalifas and Mac Millers of the world, because they, like, I was listening to the underground shit, and then when Wiz came out with Black and Yellow, I was like, this is it. This is where he comes out, and then he blossomed after that.
Yeah,
I like that. That means you really was on your grind, not you in your mom's basement make it like, I don't like.
But it was a different era, though. Come on, you got to think about it. Different era. When we grew up, we had flip phones. We had the hard ass Nokia with the one cell phone game.
I mean, we had the iPhone. With a fabulous thing.
Not when we were growing up. Not when we were growing up. You gotta think about like these kids is on TikTok that are like between like 9 years old and an adult.
Yeah.
When we were 9 years old, we didn't have social media.
Nope.
Instagram didn't drop until I was in high school. Facebook didn't become available to everybody till I was in high school. I was a freshman. Twitter dropped when I was a sophomore.
I was up watching Courage the Calorie Dog.
You know what I'm saying? So it was a different era. Back then, artists had to be genuine. They had to be authentic. They had to be talented to get up there. In this new digital age, it doesn't take much. You have so many damn apps, filters, all that bullshit. It's like when I was in college, we had GarageBand if you wanted to make a song. Nowadays, you can just do it off your fucking cell phone. Podcasts nowadays, before you need a whole fucking studio.
Yeah.
Now you can do a podcast off your fucking cell phone. Like, we can't keep expecting these artists or these influencers to be so authentic like how we grew up. It's a different era. Yeah, so they're just with the times. You know what I'm saying? So now TikTok and Twitter are now two pieces you have to make sure you're trending on in order for your streams. Like, we don't know, none of us is inside that boardroom at that label. You don't know what the label is pushing them to do. Sometimes it's in that contract. You got to do a certain type of song if you want your album to drop. So now they got to sit here and they got to sacrifice their artistry to make sure the label is happy, which is why a lot of artists nowadays are going straight independent so they can have full access to what they want to do. Mm-hmm. But now it's a marketing agenda. How are you going to market your song? You know how Megan had to market her song? Okay, let me put on this nurse outfit with my ass cheeks is out, this blonde wig, and let me just drop these visuals, because now that's going to keep y'all talking. Yes, the talk is, why is her ass always out? But you're talking about it.
You're talking about her, yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So, of course, she's going to keep doing what she's doing. Again, she's not that type of artist to be talking about conscious shit. Number one, she's definitely a on the way to the club type of artist. You got to pump that shit up. But at the same time, if putting her ass out in front of a camera is going to continue to have her music be listened to by millions of people for her discography to keep growing, then she's going to keep popping some ass in front of that camera. It's not going to change.
That's funny. So she was a topic. She was a trending topic to like these past couple of days on Twitter too.
Exactly. It's a marketing agenda.
Yeah, I've never had a problem like with her with that. I might not listen to her, but like I was always like, why are people so mad? That's always been her thing. Why are they so? I never got why dudes got mad at, but I've seen it though. Like, it's been think pieces like, can she rap about something else? I was like, no, like, that's her thing. Is she good at it? Like, you're not gonna stop what you're good at. Like,
it really
broke,
be
don't fix it.
It really be the two-faced shit for me, because I be seeing these threads and I just be like, I cannot believe this is what we're thinking about. Like, why everything have to be a think piece? Can't you just enjoy something without you having to like dive deep into it? Lil Kim, listen to a Lil Kim song and then come back with a think piece. She made the same music, if not raunchier. Yeah. Lil Kim made a profit off being Biggie's side bitch. Why are we discussing Megan?
Yeah.
Why are conservative people, including dumbass Candace Owens, why are we discussing Cardi B and Meg Thee Stallion's performance on national TV, but you're not wondering why the channel itself was okay with it? The event, I think, what was it? What type of awards? I forget what it was. The award show was okay with it.
It wasn't a Grammy, was it?
I don't remember. It might have been the Grammys. But like, we're not thinking about, you want to blame the artist for their mid performance. Let's just say it was one move that everybody was like, oh my God. Number one, why is your kids up past 9:00? Why were they watching?
I'm barely up past 9:00.
You get what I'm saying? When I was younger, we had actual real life parental controls. I wasn't allowed to watch Gossip Girl till I was 18. I still have yet to see American Gangster, because when it dropped, I wasn't allowed to see it because I had a parent who actually parent. You know what I'm saying? So nowadays, conservatives are so upset at the media and these artists. Okay, but get mad at the Grammys. Get mad at Fox News or ABC or whoever the fuck played that shit on their channel and the reruns. You know, so why you not mad at DirecTV, and why you're not mad at Verizon, why you're not mad at Comcast for allowing you to be able to take it? Why you mad at Cardi B and Meg? Why you not mad at the labels who said, okay, this shit looks good, let's put it on TV? Because you expect people to raise your children. Like, this whole new digital age gets the fuck on my nerves. It really does, because there's so many people out here just blaming people when you could have just simply parent your child. Why aren't you censoring what they do? Why am I going on TikTok and this 9-year-olds doing voiceover on big booty bitches? How he see a big booty bitch doing voiceover?
I ain't gonna hold you. That shit kind of sound funny, but I know it's probably really bad.
Like, but how do you even know how to do a voiceover? I don't even know how to do a voiceover on TikTok, and I'm 25. Like, it's the censorship for me. Like, honestly, like, your kids should have some type of censorship. Why are you 9 years old with an iPad and you're on YouTube looking at other kids chew shit and play Legos? Why are you even on YouTube?
I ain't gonna hold you. Ryan Torrey's review, he cornered the market for these kids. Like, he got them looking at everything. He cornered the market for that. He might be the only reason they should sort of kind of, or are sort of kind of on. He cornered the market for them. So I give Ryan his, even though he like fucking 12 or whatever. But they just watch him review toys.
It's a clear, distinct change from when we were growing up to now.
Yeah.
And it's like,
even the music, like the background shit, as far as like the sampling. If I want to go listen to SWV's Week, I'm gonna go listen to it. I'm not going to listen to the sample and then maybe listen to some newer R&B chick like sing it differently, or I'm gonna just go listen to the original. And I think it's all it is catching a 90s vibe. It's like, oh, that's Weak, or that's John B. That's Genuine's Differences. There's only certain people who can sample 24/7, and I really only give that crown to Kanye. I don't let it, like, everybody else, like, all right, chill out. I need to hear. He's the only person I will give 110% sample because he's good at it. He can still make his own beats and shit, but he's good at it. But that's, I feel like, again, how do some of these, like, even R&B like artists, they catch a 90s sample. It might sound good and they'll put their own spin on it, but I still like the original more. I'm still
they gotta start crediting these samples, because I'm tired of having them. Yeah, I'm saying, I be having to, like, my ear for music, I think it's like one of the best I've ever known, because I can hear something and immediately know where it came from. For example, what the fuck was saying? Queen Naja, one song, Pack Light. You know how everybody was like, oh, this is a sample of Erykah Badu's one of her songs or whatever, and everybody's like, that's the only, what do you call it, a sample that she's done. It's not. Because there's one part of the song near the end that goes, and I was like, okay, what is that? Like, I recognized it, and I was like, it wasn't hitting, because one, it sounded a little off, and it wasn't the full on clip. And it wasn't until I heard, and I was like, okay, what is that? Because I know it. I've heard it before, and I know it's 90s. I just couldn't put my finger on it. And then Usher dropped his I love, I'm just bad at it. That song.
Mm-hmm.
And there's one part where it goes, and I was like, what the fuck is this? And it took me, I went through every single song on my 90s playlist. And guess what sample it is? Computer Love.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And it's because, and it's not credited, it's credited a little bit on Usher's, like it's not in the song, but he plays the full clip, so they had to like get it clear. But Queen, they didn't play the full clip, and I think her engineer tweaked it a little bit so that they didn't have to get it cleared. So I recognized it because I'm a 90s kid and I know music very fucking well. But the normal person is not going to hear that and think, oh, that's a sample. But because I know my music, I was like, oh, she sampled that shit.
Mm-hmm.
But if you tweak it, add an instrument, or I think there's a certain amount of time you have to use before you have to like clear it, they didn't do that, so she didn't have to credit it. So the only credit is to Erykah Badu. And I was like, that's crazy, because you know that's Computer Love that like every time I go, you know what I'm saying? And I'm just mad y'all just not giving Computer Love its flowers, because it seems like every song nowadays uses that beat. So if you go back and listen to, especially those two songs, but when you start listening to music and you hear that beat, you'll hear that Computer Love is very distinct. But if they don't use the whole clip, they just don't have the credit. And I'm like, homeboy, I don't remember his name, but the dude who made the song, he needs his flowers. Where is his coin?
Zebin Raja.
He needs his coin. Like, what's going on here?
No, and go ahead, Mo. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. What was you saying?
No, I was gonna say, like, and I think that that's one of the things I think that gets lost in these conversations is like a lot of the newer generation don't know the history of just the music that came before and how it influences music now. Like even with just samples or just the influence of a style or flow, references with lyrics, like, you know, like some people use the same lyrics, but it just be like a reference or something like that. And we'll hear that shit and be like, oh, such and such said that in that song. Like that's a dope connection. They would think, oh, somebody just wrote that shit or they just said it on their own, when we know the truth. Like, you know.
Not only do they not know it, some of them may know it, or some of it, and they may not care, and they'll toss the anger or like the smart ass comments back to us. I got triggered on this one shit. They was like, you can tell when you old heads really love music because all y'all talk about is this old shit. Like, yeah, because it was great, and I'm gonna always talk about it because it's timeless. I'm gonna always talk about it. Like, I got real triggered.
I got real upset.
Yo, like, yeah, that's the whole definition of timeless. It will always be talked about. This shit is not timeless at all. It is for the moment, and that's it.
You know, and like even with that, like I was talking about talent, like, don't you think that the objective is to be, or not be, but to have longevity? Like that's how you maintain all the successes that come with, you know, you being in the game for as long as you've been in there. Like if you was in there for a year or two, like that's cool. I hope you can get all the fuck you can within that year or two. But if I'm in the game and people love me and revere me forever, the fruits come with that as time goes on. So I don't understand why people don't think about it like that. You know, just think about it like, yo, I want to be a legend in this game, or whatever their discipline is. I want to be a legend, and I want to make a very, very big impact. So generations could talk about me from here up until the next generation and the next generation after that, so on and so forth. Like, I think that that's more impressive than you having a little hot run and fizzling out. Like, there's a reason we love Jay-Z and Nas the way that we do. Like, they've been rapping for 30 plus years, arguably the greatest to ever do.
And I feel like the difference is now is like between Jay-Z and Nas. Back then, nobody was in their personal business. You just knew them off the music.
Yeah.
Nowadays is the digital era, and we're just way too much into people's fucking business that takes away from the music.
For sure.
Just to stem from like y'all hating ass comments in our group chat before we started this podcast. It's like when y'all want to talk shit about Drake, y'all don't keep it for Drake and his actual music talent. You know what I'm saying? Like back in the days, if you want to talk shit about Jay-Z, you talking shit about his music. Like, you heard that shit about
Nas
him and Dame Dash.
Nas didn't either.
Nas didn't either.
He called his camel sucking lips. That's not about his music. That's about his facial features.
Point of the matter is, y'all comments was based upon Drake's child and Drake's BM.
His comments.
Okay, to be clear, K-Dot's comment was about his half Jewish child, okay, and his baby mom. Now, take digital era out. If Drake was to be the artist he was back then, we would have it would have been a different conversation. And I feel like it's because it would have. Now I'm talking about if Drake was an artist that came back then, he probably would be doing different music. But I'm saying the talent that he has, it wouldn't be a conversation about who he's fucking, who he's dated in the past, or anything like that. We wouldn't even see a picture of his child unless the fucking tabloids had it, number one. But because social media day and age, we're so into celebrities' business, it takes away from the music. Now, if you guys say he was corny because X, Y, and Z, this song, that album, this album, what he said in this song, okay, that's valid. That's his music. But all you got to give me is his baby mom and his child.
You know me. You know me, and it was just never his music for me. It was just like I always liked the music. It was just him.
That's not for everybody.
That's honestly just what it was for me. It was just like I told you. I meant to explain more about the third eye thing. Like I grew up and I experimented with so much other music and so much other genres that Drake was he was in the back of he wasn't like really in my mind at all. Like, and by the time he came back around, I was like, all right, like again, the rapper Drake, cool. But I just really think he still makes the rapper stuff, but he's for y'all now. Like he really is for y'all now. He's for the women now. He might have always been, but now it's really clear.
It's really clear.
Y'all only say he's for the women because Drake actually raps about the shit y'all go through in private. Let's be clear. Let's unpack it. Let's unpack it.
It's not totally
true. Let's unpack it.
Besides, and that's what I meant when I said I grew up. Besides my last relationship, which was my engagement. Other than that, I didn't go through this shit Drake went through. I'm not
talking about the situations per se. I'm talking about the emotional side. The thing about that men don't like about Drake is he's so emotional. Let's unpack that because he's so emotional because you guys were raised on toxic masculinity. Y'all was taught that it's not okay to cry. You gotta be manly, man. And here comes this light-skinned nigga from Canada and he's singing damn near crying on tracks and he's too emotional. Nah, nigga, he does the shit that your friend do in private.
Yeah,
he just does it on a public platform.
I didn't have a problem with them, so I'm just like I personally just think like just for me, I just didn't really go through that shit. Like, so when it was Thank Me or So Far Gone Drake and I'm Going In Drake, oh my gosh, like yes, like
it's about relating.
Yeah,
you just can't relate with some of it.
Not after like. Even though nothing was the same and Take Care is, it's some rapping on there, but that's all the Rihanna hits. And it's like, I still do like that music. But no, for me, I just grew up and it just.
I mean, I get that because as a female with a vagina, I can't, always relate to everything he talk about with, being a man with a penis. You know what I'm saying? But you look at the song, you're like, okay, this man's spitting. Now, can I relate to some shit? No, I can't relate to that. I'm a woman. But that shit still have fire. Because I know a nigga like Drake. Every woman knows a nigga like Drake. Whether it was your man, your ex-man. I mean, for real, let's be clear. First ex, SoundCloud rapper, that was the Drake in my life. As a matter of fact, when Nothing Was the Same dropped, this man used to play it to me every single time he saw me as a way for us to relate. Like we were supposed to get back together. Oh, let me put Drake on. It's going to really get you in it. No, sir. I'm still going to listen to Worst Behavior.
Hold on. So, okay. So I
let's unpack it, Nick. Let's unpack it.
So I mean, like I wouldn't say that people don't like Drake because he's emotional. Like it's more so to do with his personality, like just
personally?
no, I don't know him personally, but you just go off based off of what you see, and you can tell if a nigga's corny or not. Like you can, like you could just tell. Also, with his music, it's definitely changed, and for what we like him for, he's not doing, at least in a great abundance now. Like he gives you certain tracks where he raps and he, does his thing, but most of his shit be for the club or it be for the ladies, and he be singing 70% of the time.
Profitable.
I'm not saying that that's a bad thing, but that goes back to our question of what's the objective. Now Drake can do that because he's already been established as a guy who we know can rap when he really wants to rap, or he can make party songs if he want to make party songs. The party songs make you more money. I don't see why you wouldn't do that. But it's also going to have an effect on, like, not even legacy, but just like how we receive you as an artist. Like, damn, bro, like you was one of the best rappers. Now you a singing nigga now.
Let me clear that up. Drake has always been a singing nigga. Successful with Trey songs. That was so far gone era. He's always been a singing nigga. And let's be clear, a lot of his songs have blown up and been a trend. YOLO.
Yeah.
No New Friends. And if we're gonna be even more clear, because let's unpack it, Nick.
We unpack it.
Okay. He started that singing rapping shit that every rapper now does.
Ja Rule kind of got that on lock.
Ja Rule, I'm not counting Ja Rule in that shit.
Not in the way. I know what you're saying, but not in the way.
I'm playing.
And it's funny because I was on the phone with my mom the other day, and she literally said, I'm liking these new rappers. They're so musical. I said, what you mean by that? She's like, listen. She was in the car. She's like, listen to this. And it was Rod Wave. I said, you know why? Because a lot of these rappers nowadays, she think it's them tapping into their musical, like you in a studio and you doing a piano, like you with your keys and shit. That's not the thing. Drake started that way, but he made it cool for a rapper that can somewhat bust a note, feel comfortable enough to be, I'm a rapper, but yeah, I sing on some tracks too. Look at Black. To be honest, Black can rap and that should be fire. He can sing and that should be fired. But he's still considered a rapper. Look at
is he?
What's his face? He's considered a rapper. He's not considered a singer at all. If you look into his like artist page, it says like hip hop rap, and I just
I've always considered him as a singer, like an R&B artist. That's just me personally. I don't,
that man. And it's funny because I don't consider him to be either or. I think his sound is just his sound. It don't sound like nobody else.
Mm-hmm.
And then you look at what's his face? The one who did I can never think of nobody's name. The brown skin guy with the brown eyes. I can't think of
that narrows it down.
What is his name?
What song has he done?
The Box.
Roddy Ricch.
Roddy Ricch does the same thing. He raps and sings.
Yeah, but he's more. He's definitely a rapper. But he's definitely a rapper though. But
he sings, and nobody says anything about it. It's just what the fuck is his name again?
Roddy Ricch.
Roddy Ricch. There you go. There you go. So my point is like Drake started that way where it's okay to be a rapper nigga that is able to sing or be able to bust out a note. Now Drake be dropping straight singles where he just singing.
Right.
And it's like, okay, if that's cute or whatever. But again, as time has gone on, because he was dominating the game for like 10 years. Now the time has gone on and the rap scene has changed. You see a lot of new rappers are now being okay with dropping the hook where they singing. Or, look at Tory Lanez. Tory Lanez is Drake's child. Straight up. And I want to hear nothing about it. There is no debate. Tory Lanez is Drake's child.
You're not going to get no debate.
I don't even fuck with him, but you're right. But
you know what I'm saying? Like, Tory Lanez is definitely Drake's son. And the fact that you came from Canada just tells me that as soon as you heard Drake and you saw that what Drake was doing was hot, you was like, you know what? I'm going to do the same shit. And then you just a singing, rapping nigga.
Jordan Lucas said that. Jordan Lucas said that in a beat. We already got Drake. We don't need another. But yeah, he said that in a beat. Right?
And then you look at Tory Lanez, prior to the Meg situation. But you look at Tory Lanez and you're like, all right, you're like, I fuck with this man. There's men out there who be dropping, like, listen to his mixtapes and shit. Like, I fuck with Tory Lanez. But they're the same men that be like, Drake too emotional. Because there's been several threads on Twitter where they talking about like, and it be grown ass men. Drake is too emotional. He always singing and shit, talking about his emotions and shit. But y'all listen to Tory Lane. Y'all got Tory
I
Lane
definitely
in your top 5.
Shit, I can remember vividly when Thank Me Later came out, and y'all know the first song on there is Fireworks. And I always remember, like, I remember going to the corner store and seeing like just the hood ass niggas on the corner. And when around that, it was just like, man, this shit ass, or this shit trash, because like he's just emotional. And like, I like all the rapping shit, but this singing shit gotta go. And I remember that.
And be the same ones when Tory's singing, it's he dropped this hot fire or whatever, and then after the Mac situation, when he dropped that whole album where he was like rapping it, he the top 5, that man's the best rapper, and it's like, had that same energy y'all be having for his father, Drake, because y'all don't be having that same energy for me, and the hypocrisy be really real.
That's fair.
Yeah, for sure.
So it's like, that's why I'm just like, y'all gotta, I'm always gonna be the one to call you out. You gotta remember that the hypocrisy has got to end. Y'all can't give one person their flowers and not realize that by giving them their flowers, you're denying somebody else theirs. Because me and K-Dot heavy on Twitter, and I be having them threads when they be talking about music and shit, and I just be seeing that it be grown as adult men talking about shit that just comes off very misogynistic and very much, you grew up, your mom taught you that, showing your emotion and crying for a bitch is toxic masculinity. Like, you're not supposed to do that. You can't cry when you upset. You're supposed to be the man of the house. It's okay to cry. Your bitch left you. It's okay to be upset about it. And Drake lost Serena and he lost Rihanna. I expect him to cry on the album. I expect him to cry on every album. You know what I'm saying? Like, he didn't have, he said in the line, my ex is going to have to pay for a feature. So you be out here giving Rihanna free features? Are you dumb? Like, Drake is a simp. If you want to talk about him, talk about how much of a simp he is. Because why would you not charge that bitch for a feature?
I can fully agree with that. And I still can't believe he essentially, not like as in now, but he essentially lost her to A$AP Rocky. I can't believe that shit.
I mean, shouts out.
A$AP Rocky lost her to Drake and then got her back.
That's cool.
Clear.
My man got her. Like he
got her though.
He just holding her for me right now.
But
that's cool.
A$AP Rocky been pulling bitches. You remember the model chick that he was dating?
Oh no, there's nothing wrong with him. He could definitely pull them. It's just like even he had his run in the 2010s, but Drake is still here. A$AP.
Yeah, but it's also, for brown skin, dark skin, it's also when that they was able to pull one of they women from a light skinned nigga. I just feel like maybe, but Rihanna is Rihanna. I mean, she left a billionaire
I don't think
man.
you get her. I think she get you. Like, I don't think.
Basically, when she decides she wants you, she gets you.
No, Nick, that's real. You can't debate that.
No, wait, no, I'm not about to debate nothing. Time out. Let's take a day off for a second. Are we not being the niggas that we just said we ain't like? We talk about niggas' personal lives, who they dating and shit. I thought this was about the music. What happened?
I am just saying, I expect Drake to be emotional in his music because he lost 2 badass bitches. And these are the same badass bitches he's made several songs about.
No, for sure.
Okay, In the Morning with J. Cole.
We had J-Lo as the third.
No, yo, chill out.
I'm not counting J-Lo. J-Lo was a sneaky link. That was never a relationship. And J-Lo been around the block a couple times, and now she's running the block again.
That's neither.
So we're not even going to discuss J-Lo.
Neither here nor there. Like,
you know what I'm saying? I am just saying, Drake made that song. He was talking about Serena when he made In the Morning with J. Cole, which, by the way, Drake and J. Cole, we still need a video for that. And you deprived us of greatness. But In the Morning, he definitely was talking about Serena.
Yeah. I never knew that they never had a video for that. That's crazy.
No, they never made it. You know what I'm saying? I don't even think they really claimed it as like a single. That's just something they dropped. Maybe it got leaked. Maybe I got it from Livewire.
Didn't Drake have a cold, and that's why he sound hoarse towards the end of the song? Or was that just a part of the ambiance? They both sound hoarse as shit.
Maybe like, you win a time cold. The night is still young. Drink that dinner wine.
Drake had to clear his throat. I was like, clear your throat, Drake. I thought he was just doing it to do it, but I used to hear
Drake
rumors
put his whole entire toe in that song. Okay,
he did.
J. Cole too. That second verse.
Yeah, I fuck with it.
But the fact of the matter is, he still made his verse. Drake made that verse about Serena.
Okay.
That U.S. Open. How many songs did he make about Rihanna? How many songs he make about Nicki? I'll wait. You know what I'm saying?
But,
so this
but
man,
no, Nick,
this man
do
lost
you
3
understand
bad
though,
bitches.
Nick? Like, this generation music can't get us to talk like this. You see what I'm saying? Like,
very true.
What?
Because you'll never hear me talk about Lil Pump.
No, that's a fact. That's a fact.
What couples of this generation that's rapping together? Like, do you understand that Migos are considered veterans now?
Yeah, that shit is weird.
I'm not even. Y'all gonna hate my opinion on Amigos.
You don't like them, right? I'm indifferent. I'm not gonna say I bang Migos every single day and night, but like I was skimming through this last album, but like this recent album is really, really good. They definitely.
I heard it was trash. I didn't listen to it yet, but I heard it was trash.
Right. I think it's all right. The song with Drake is all right. The song with Future is all right. They definitely grown.
I love how your 2 examples have Future and Drake.
I know, but no, they music is definitely grown. But they're considered veterans now. Like, that's how I can tell like we're getting old. Like, they're the veterans of hip hop. Like, that's
they're
weird.
not, though. They're not though.
Like,
no, but
let me tell you why they're not the veterans. They're only good when they're together. Do you not remember when they each dropped their own solo?
They were terrible. Those individual
all 3 of them. Garbage. I couldn't even get through Quavo's. It was like, bro, what bullshit? Were you high? You had to have been high. Somebody put a gun to your head and made you drop that shit. There is no way you sat there and you said this shit is hot. There's no way Takeoff said
this is never like the Migos ever. Like, never ever.
No. It's not that I don't like the Migos. Let me just say I think they're overhyped. They're very much overhyped. Okay. They were, and they just had an interview and said that they should have been on Mount Rushmore. I said Mount Rushmore in hell. What Mount Rushmore are you talking about?
Yeah,
maybe in another universe.
The 2010s.
First of all, y'all only got hot right before Bad and Bougie. Y'all must have been popping in Atlanta, maybe out south, but over here out east.
No, they had
no. See, the Migos was hot for a minute.
They got hits.
They was definitely hot for.
I didn't say they didn't have hits. I didn't say they didn't have hits. I just said that they didn't become very mainstream until whatever project that was right before Bad and Bougie came out. And apparently they had multiple tapes prior to that when their dreadlocks was as small as mine. But didn't nobody know them. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I didn't know about Migos until I forget what project it was right before Bad and Bougie dropped. So that by the time Bad and Bougie dropped, I was like, oh shit, Bad and Bougie, cooking it up with it. You know what I'm saying? Like that, I will give them their flowers when it comes to ad-libs. They started that wave. They got it. They can have their flowers for that. But they started
they started that shit. They started that.
Quavo started that shit. Quavo started that shit.
Yeah.
And if we're gonna be honest, Takeoff, no, I'm lying. No, Takeoff is the best lyricist out of the 3.
I'm not mad at that take.
Really?
I'm not mad. I'm really not mad at that take, honestly.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Offset, I expected Offset's take to be trash. I mean, look at his
I like
wife.
Offset the best.
But then you got Quavo, and I expected his to actually.
What you say to us about Drake? What his wife got to do with his music?
Did I not say earlier that she be fighting the beat?
But that ain't got nothing to do with him and his music. Like, you just came at us about Drake and shit.
It has everything to do with him.
I mean, how we know that?
Yeah, I know what I said. I know what
how we know that for sure?
No, bro, he write her shit, bro. he write her shit, bro. He write her shit.
So, like I said, based on his wife, I knew his tape was going to be garbage. Okay,
he write her
and
shit.
She was on almost every single song on that bitch.
I was trying to shoot him some bell, man.
Now Quavo, I expected to have some actual hits on that shit, and although he had everybody and their mama on that tape, it still was garbage. He put a DJ Khaled. He straight up put a DJ Khaled. He was like, everybody's gonna be on this bitch. Is gonna be fired. It didn't chart. It didn't. It wasn't even talked about the next week. It was. You had a couple days trending on Twitter, and then it was just like we forgot he threw something out. And I think Takeoff had the best tape out of the 3, and it still was garbage. So, like, when I say that, it's like, if y'all can't do nothing by yourselves, that tells me the caliber of an artist you are. Because the only time you're charting is when y'all together.
Well,
and it ain't for lyricism.
okay.
It ain't for the quality of the actual song. It's because it's catchy. The hook got something to it, and the ad libs. That's it.
See, that's
they was hot though, well before Bad Bougie. They were
hot.
Though.
They were
They
for sure.
Hot.
But hold on. I want to go to a point. Like, see, I don't feel like you have to be like super duper dope outside of your group. Like let's just say, for instance, like Tribe Called Quest never did anything really
talent.
Like, I know, I get
it.
Yeah,
because Q-Tip went on to make dope albums by himself.
I know, right? But like even then though, like he was half producer, half rapper. Like he was, he was already like legendary producer and legendary rapper within Tribe.
Bell Bib DeVoe.
I mean, I'm not a big. I see you can't do that with me because I don't like them like that.
No,
and
shit.
I think Bobby top notch.
In Sync, Justin Timberlake went on to do. He took over damn near the 2000s.
The talent jumped out.
Yeah. Now people say
Child.
people say he not the best singer on NSYNC. I've never heard of that until recently, but people say he not the best singer on NSYNC.
Destiny's Child, because all of them have dropped projects by themselves.
What's the name is doing gospel and that shit fire.
I mean, Kelly has dropped a couple albums that charted.
The one that everybody cloud because you can't see it.
Yeah, Michelle, the one who's always falling off the stage.
Chill
out. Michelle got gospel records. No, Michelle got gospel records.
No, Michelle top notch though.
And she had some of the best hooks when she was
sure.
in the group.
For sure.
Yeah.
The talents. Because they separated and they dropped solo projects that charted.
No, what my point was is that like I personally don't think that you have to be a solo artist like from a group to prove that you're dope. Like that's what I was saying. I didn't say that people who went out like they wasn't gonna be dope. I just don't think that that's necessary to be like, oh, that person is dope. Like if you dope in the group, I mean you're a dope artist, but you don't have to be a solo artist to solidify your dopeness. That's all I'm saying.
And like the ambiance is the Migos is all three of them.
No, right. But even then though, it's still a strong community that says they not hot together either. You know what I mean?
They make mediocre music. They make music for the club and the strip club.
No, for sure.
And they had that completely. But what I'm saying is when we're gonna talk about that, Pretty Ricky, Travis Porter. Travis Porter is 10 times better than Migos. I'm sorry. That'd be controversial, but it is.
I believe it. I agree with you, and I believe it.
It is. And that's the same category of music that Migos make. Travis Porter made songs for the strip club, for the party, for the turn up on the way to the club music. And that shit was actually fine. Like you can understand what they were saying, number one. Okay? And that's going to your point. They didn't have to go solo for us to solidify them as a group because none of them ever went solo.
Yeah.
New Boys.
Mm-hmm.
Never went solo, but they was dope together. And again, music you could actually understand what the fuck they were saying. They even had a fucking dance. A couple dances.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So when we gonna talk about that category of music, is Migos the best?
No, I don't think so. I truly don't think so. But even them as a group, like I'm not a super duper fan of them as a group. Like,
I'm not a super duper fan of them either.
They got a couple.
I can't listen to their music. I can't listen to their music just for the fuck of it. Like if I'm getting ready to go out with the girls or if I'm on vacation, I'm turning up, then throw that Migos on. But is it playing in my car when I'm in it driving to work? Absolutely not. I haven't even listened to it yet.
See now that's a good leading topic into like the times when you listen to certain music. So today's trending topic, somebody tweeted positive music is not for me, and I want to see and hear motherfuckers get shot and killed and shit. That's for me. So somebody quoted it and said, so what you're saying is you don't want to see you only want to hear the negative. You don't want to see the positive in our growth. Black people, we are our own worst enemy. And that made a hell of a fucking
It's not that deep.
Of shit.
It's not that deep. Why everything gotta be Black people? Why does everything have to be a think piece?
I have an answer to this question.
Non-music related, I do think at times, not all the time, but I do think at times we are our worst people. Sometimes, not all the time.
I'm talking music related. It's not a think piece.
No,
because that person's tweet was about music and shit, right. And the person
and
who
it was
said
for them.
You know what I'm saying? And the person who said we are our worst enemy took it from a musical standpoint and made it political. Now it's about our people. That's not what we talking about, sis. We talking about music. Period. You know what I'm saying? It don't gotta be a fucking think piece.
But I do want people to know that you can turn up to lyrical miracle music. You can. It's possible.
Depending on the song.
It's possible, but they don't think that at all. And the reasoning is Logic has a song, maybe his second or third last album. And it's an intro to the record. And it's the Rick and Morty are on the intro. Rick is talking about mixtape Logic. He likes mixtape Logic. He doesn't want to hear that positive biracial shit. He likes mixtape Logic because mixtape Logic talks about bitches shaking ass and throwing dollars in the club and shit. Morty likes album Logic, who talks about the controversial biracial, I'm Black, I'm white, political shit. And Rick is like, nobody want to hear that shit. Fuck out of here. And they battle. And I think that happens every day. And I
personally, I don't want to hear that shit from Logic. I want him to rap about shaking ass. Only because the songs that he's talking about shaking ass is much better lyrically than the songs about him being white. It's like, I get that you're biracial, Logic, but we don't give a fuck about that shit. You are not an artist that I want to listen about that stuff with you.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear it. You know what I'm saying? You are an artist where I want to hear about shaking ass. That Suicide song. You weren't the right person for that.
Hey, yo, Ma. You thinking the same thing I'm thinking?
That Suicide song was first of all, sad as shit. And
I don't want to say it's like, I get the message.
That shit was sad shit.
It's very much needed for an artist to make a song around that topic. You know what I'm saying? But for me personally, Logic being the artist behind that was my 13th reason.
Damn.
You could have passed that song to somebody else, and I'd have been like, yes, but it came from Logic. You're not the artist for that, boo. I need you to stay in your lane. Okay. That's what artists seem to forget, is staying in their lane. This is what you're good at. Stick to it.
Wait a minute.
That's the damn if you do, damn if you don't thing with artists, because there are artists who can. There are artists who can get out and and experiment. Like, y'all gonna hate me. Ooh. This poppy weekend, I don't fuck with. I don't fuck with this.
No, not at all.
I don't fuck with this. But a lot of people do, and they get mad at me when I say that. Like, how you hating on the? No.
Let's be clear. The white folks like Weeknd. The white. He has a lot of new caucasic following with this new pop Weeknd. You know what I'm saying? Us liked him better when he was on the drugs.
Yeah,
he made better music.
Way better when he was on the drugs.
No, when he was sniffing coke off of white bitches' asses, and no, that music was fire.
Fire, okay.
Fire. I don't give a fuck about Blinded Lights, Starboy. I don't give a fuck about none of this shit. I'm not even gonna hold you. I don't give a fuck about Starboy.
Months going on press tours with that black eye. That was my 12th reason. I was sick of seeing it. I was like, who is doing this man's makeup?
Like the Super Bowl, like the halftime show, when he started getting to I didn't give a fuck about it.
In that red suit, if I see him in that red suit one more time, I want to pluck him straight in his. Ooh, that he needs to retire that outfit.
He's
He
what
needs to
like.
retire the outfit.
Why did you experience? I know the label may have pushed you, hey, reinvent yourself, like, but somebody who can do it, like Kendrick's journey. Good Kid, Mad City was hard.
Not you bringing up Kendrick.
It was hard.
I knew this was coming.
Kendrick?
I knew it was coming. I knew eventually his name was gonna bring up Kendrick.
No, but listen, it's a good top. It's a good example.
He
went good Kid, Mad City was hard, gritty Compton shit, and you go from that to Pimp a Butterfly, even going far back in Section 80. But you go to Pimp a Butterfly, it's jazzy, it's getting political, and damn, it's hella fucking political.
I'm gonna make a point with
he experimented and the shit worked. He went outside of that shit and it worked.
See, but again, like that shit only works if it's quality. Like when they switch over, generally, right? Like when people switch over to a different style, that shit be trash. Be like
people think this weekend shit is quality though.
No, but okay, like not fuck that though. Like just on the go ahead, T. Go ahead. Oh, you want to say something?
When you say people, I just want you to be clear that it's the people with no color, the children.
Okay. Regardless of that, though, right? Regardless of that,
like, I don't think she's wrong, but
I don't think she's wrong either. That's why I said regardless of
That's
that.
That's what I'm saying. You keep talking about these new people. I think his shit is.
I'm saying, but it's clear. Not, I mean, that's the majority. But I mean, it's other people too. That's why I just say people in general. But like people in general, they like what they like. But when people switch over from doing one style that they were really, really dope at, and then they switch over to something else and they're not so good at it, that's when it becomes a problem. But if you got Kendrick going from Good Kid, Mad City to Pimp a Butterfly to damn, like
it was quality, so
classic. Therefore, you can do that, Kendrick Lamar. You can do that, J. Cole.
Facts, because he did the same thing. When J. Cole came out, he was who that, bitch, I got the flames. And now he do conscious rap. And we're okay with that. Because it was quality every step of the way. You got the Weeknd from snorting coke off of white bitches' asses, dropping mixtapes, songs about fucking birds. That hit.
Imagine Wiz Khalifa not talking about smoking weed.
If Wiz Khalifa ever made a song not talking about weed, I'm shutting that shit off. This is not what we listen to you for. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's certain artists that know the assignment and had fulfilled that expectation. And then you got Logic.
Yeah.
Okay,
the math don't be mathing. So it's like.
Hold on. So let me ask y'all. So, like, as listeners and fans of music, though, like how do we give these artists the space to experiment with different shit without prejudging it already and saying that shit probably gonna be trash? Like until they surprise us in this fucking classic album. Like, how do we give them the space to say it's okay to do something different?
That's their coin flip. That's their coin flip.
They're gonna do whatever the fuck they want to do. They're the artists,
right?
And I know that they be looking. All artists and all celebrities look up their name when it comes to Twitter to see what people are talking about.
For sure.
Me personally, I give you the space to do what you want because I can't call you and say, what the fuck was this? You know what I'm saying? If I could, I'll show a couple artists. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So what I personally do is like, I am not a huge fan of Megan simply because, and this will be our next topic because I really want to talk about it.
Right.
I thought she was. Okay.
No.
Me too. I thought so too.
I ride for her because of that situation for Tory, because you need to believe Black women, but that's a different topic. But when it comes to her musically, I want her to have the space to do what she wants to do as a Black woman, as a female who is in rap, because there's a lot of misogynistic things that comes to when females are trying to rap, period. Right. So I want her to have the space to do whatever the fuck she wants to do because she can do whatever the fuck she wants to do with her music. But the fact of the matter is, she doesn't make music necessarily for me. Like City Girls don't make music for me. I'm not a scammer. I don't want no sugar daddy. I ain't robbing you. I ain't drugging you like Cardi used to do when she was stripping. I'm not into none of that. I don't listen to trap music because I never lived in a trap. Never dated nobody in the trap. So I don't know nothing about guns unless it's a Call of Duty gun. I don't know none of that shit. So I don't listen to it because I don't get it. I don't know it. And half the time I don't understand it, and I can't listen. I can't hear what the fuck they saying. I just blah, 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 and I get tired of it. You know what I'm saying? So they're not my types of people. But what I am going to do is I like Megan. I will support So I gave her album a listen. Have I listened to it since then? Absolutely not. Would I ever play it again? Absolutely not. But I listened to it. So that's me giving her the space to do whatever the fuck she wants to do. And when she drops this next album, I'll listen to it. But would I listen to it again over and over? Will any of her songs be on one of my playlists? Probably not. But it is what it is. Because she got fans that listen to her music, that will support her, that probably gives her the confidence to go into whatever type of music she wants to. But that little pop shit that she did in her first album wasn't my jazz. But somebody liked it because now it's playing in my store. You know what I'm saying? So you can give artists a space by simply, I'll listen to the shit. If I don't like it, I just won't play it again. Because I'm normal. You know what I'm saying? I'm a normal person. If I don't like it, I don't engage in it. I'll keep scrolling. I'll skip it. I'll delete it out of my music library. What I'm not going to do is make videos and bullet points in a fucking PowerPoint presentation as to why I don't like something. I just simply won't listen to it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So obviously, somebody's going to like it if they continue to do it. So at that point, they continue to do it. I just will simply just not listen to the shit no more. It's as simple as that. That's how you give artists the space to do shit. They only going to know by streams. So if people are not listening to, look at Selena Gomez. Nobody plays her shit. I'm sorry. Let me clarify. Nobody black plays her shit.
I don't know. I don't know nobody black that likes Selena Gomez.
For a minute, I didn't even know she was still doing music. I heard that one album when she was still on Wizardly of Waverly Place, and then I keep hearing how she been dropping all these albums. And then it was between her and Justin Bieber, and her album was charting. They was trying to beat Roddy Ricch. I think at one point it was like her, Justin Bieber, and Roddy Ricch. Yeah. Right. And I was like, she dropping music? Where did she come from? Who is streaming this? Why is she even charting? When did this drop?
That's why I don't believe in streams. That's why I don't believe in streams.
But here's the thing. Obviously, there is a fan base of hers out there. Well, and I'm talking about the people with no color.
Well, I mean, she does have 200 million Instagram followers. But...
You get what I'm saying? And those 200 million are probably the chalk children. And that's who's buying her music.
I try not to laugh. Yeah, you wild.
That's who's streaming it. You say that's the point. It's like, we don't listen to her shit. But obviously somebody out there does because she continues to make albums. They don't chart.
Not the chart.
But somebody is obviously streaming into her pockets for her to have enough money to go to the studio and continue to make music. Period. You know what I'm saying? We don't have to like it. Music is subjective. I don't have to like it, but somebody out there does. So she's gonna keep making music for the people who put that money in her pocket, as she should. Get your coin. I just won't be playing that shit. The Weeknd, you know what I'm saying? We just talked about it. I mean, as soon as he went pop,
leave that man alone.
I gave it a listen.
Fuck that star
when
boy.
I determined, you know what I'm saying?
I'll fuck with it.
Every album, one listen. If I don't like it, I simply just won't play it again.
I don't care about him looking like Squidward with the face.
Oh my God. It's a theatrics.
I hated that shit. Yeah, this
but
it could
also be his marketing team. They probably like this he has to do. You know what I'm saying?
Let's reinvent yourself.
No, I mean that's a fact too. But then some artists just like to experiment with different shit, like Kanye. Kanye's kind of been hit
but
or miss.
His mind, his mental is different.
But that's like that's my point though. Like
that doesn't excuse his Jesus album.
I like that album.
It's a couple
honestly.
Songs on there.
I like that album actually.
It's a couple songs on there.
I actually really like that album.
Yeah. It's a couple songs I actually fuck with.
That was like too much of a jump.
You said you mean just to clarify before I even agree to liking this shit. Now you talking about Jesus or you talking about Jesus is King?
Probably Jesus is King.
I like that album. I don't like Jesus. I like Jesus is King.
I like Jesus.
I don't really like Jesus like that.
There's not an album of his I don't like, to be honest with you. There's really not.
When did you start smoking weed? Come on.
I mean, that's a fair assessment.
There's not an album of his I don't like. I might not like maybe a couple, but there's not an album of his I don't like or not dislike.
So you're telling me that every single Kanye album you can listen to straight through, no skips, and you like that shit?
I mean, that doesn't.
The Life of Pablo, maybe. It's a good album, but there are some songs I maybe but other than that, no. I can actually Like Kanye is one of the few.
Let's just say this. How you feel about Kanye's albums is how I feel about Cole and Drake.
Okay.
But I'm gonna be realistic because again, I'm normal. More Life, he could have kept that in the draft. Still love Drake to death. Still think he's talented. He the GOAT. But More Life, he could have kept that shit on the shelf. And he did never.
He the what now?
Did you want me to repeat myself? Maybe my audio is fucked up. Drake is still a great. He's still the GOAT. But he could have kept More Life.
That's my problem with you, Drake fans. That's my problem. He ain't
you Drake fans.
He ain't the GOAT. Like he's
how was
great.
He not?
He's great for what he does, but he's not the.
How was he not?
GOAT. Is he the best rapper of all time?
Whoa.
Or are we not calling him a rapper? Or are we not calling him a rapper?
He might be one of the greatest pop stars of all time.
Or are we not calling him a rapper?
Wash him out with soap. Did you just call Drake a pop star?
So what are we?
He called himself a pop star.
In one song, relax.
No, wait, nope. Can't take that back. He's a pop star. You can't sit there and get all high and mighty upset when people call you that and then profit off it and make a whole song off the shit. No, he's a pop star. And to be honest with you, there's nothing wrong with being a pop star. In fact, it might even be even better because hip hop is this. Being a pop star is this. You reach globally. Hip hop don't reach globally like
he doesn't make.
It makes you even better.
He doesn't make hip hop music. He doesn't make hip hop music.
I.e., a pop star. Music. And there's nothing wrong with that. He's a pop star. There's nothing wrong with that.
Okay, just to clarify, T, what do you classify Drake as?
A rap artist.
Okay, so therefore, I say, if we're considering him a rap artist, he is not the GOAT, nowhere near GOAT status. We're not having this conversation on my end. You can talk to K.
There's multiple GOATs.
But I'm not saying
there's multiple GOATs. You never go to a farm and they have one GOAT.
Overall artist.
Have you?
Overall artist, I'll give him
not multiple
different eras.
One discipline.
See, and this be the thing about you, Drake haters.
I'm not a Drake hater.
Y'all stay
I'm a Drake realist.
Man to
I like
artists out of first of all, y'all stay comparing this man to people out of era. We're not talking about those who came before him. We're talking about his era. No, I am never going to compare Drake to Jay-Z. Are you kidding me?
You
are you kidding me?
Because it's not a comparison. Jay-Z's
exactly
on a
different
whole
eras.
Other level.
Different
Jay-Z's just on a whole
and
other level.
And they don't make the same music. They don't even make the same music. They're not in the
They're
same
both
category.
rappers, right? They're both rappers, right?
They don't make the same music, Nick. That's the difference.
Are they both
You
rappers?
need to start comparing artists that make the same type of music.
Are they both rappers?
Megan is a rapper. Are you gonna put her in the same category as Doja Cat? No, they don't make the same
Doja Cat
type of music.
Rapper, though?
She is. She's not a singer.
I don't know what the fuck Doja Cat is. I don't care what Doja Cat is, honestly.
I got Doja Cat as a pop star too.
That's what I'm saying. Is she a rapper?
She's still a rapper. Like, she's still a rapper. She raps.
I mean, everybody giving different answers, so I don't know who's
y'all,
right or who's wrong.
Here's the thing that y'all killing me. Y'all classifying two different things in the same category. Doja Cat is a rapper. Yes, she makes pop music, but she still raps. And then you have pop artists that sing, like Dua Lipa. You're not going to put them in the same category, though, right? Because they make two different types of music.
No, but overall, though, Drake is a pop star.
And again, back to my point, you cannot compare him and Jay-Z for two reasons. Different eras, different types of music, but they both rap. That's the difference. Jay-Z makes hip-hop music.
I had no problem on that discussion. But when I think of pure like technical and rap, no. When I think of Drake, I think Drake is an artist. When I talk about or think of Drake, I think artist. I don't think rapper. I think artist. He's up top. Rapper,
he's still a rapper.
Drake don't even touch. Rapper Drake don't even touch top 50 to me.
Nope.
Rapper, hell no.
Nope.
Hell no.
Again,
I can name you 50 rappers better than Drake right now.
Again,
For sure.
in era.
But nobody does that though in anything.
Yes, they do.
No, we don't.
You can't touch people out of era because they're already GOAT status.
When we talk about basketball players or football players, we
that is
compare
dumb as hell.
From
There's
everything.
no way you're comparing.
I mean,
there's no way you're comparing LeBron to MJ.
They do it every day.
They do it on television.
That's crazy.
That's literally what
that is crazy.
Is. Like,
that's crazy.
That's literally what Sports Center is. Yeah. That's all
crazy.
ESPN is.
But okay, but then again, they play the same sport, so you can't compare them. But we're talking about music.
If they both
you can't compare people. No, because they make different music, Nick. You can't do that. That's comparing apples and oranges.
Okay, so then if that's the case, then Drake's not a rapper.
That's like saying, let me compare this apple and orange. They're both fruits, but there's two totally different things. You can't compare them. Drake came out as a what? Rapper. What does he do 95% of the time? Rap. When he's on somebody else's song, he does what? Rap. What did he do on Mika's album on that feature? Rapped. He is a rapper.
And what I'm saying
is sometimes, but majority of the time, and what he's not categorized as a singer, he's categorized as a rapper.
Right. And if
when he's at award shows
as a rapper,
and he's in a category to get an award, he's compared to
50.
other rappers.
And so he's we're not better than a lot of the rappers.
He is definitely top 50. He is definitely, and you're such a Drake hater that you're really going to deny him of his talent.
I'm not denying him of his talent.
His talent,
he's just not better
to the culture.
A lot of other rappers who
his influences of the culture. His influence of the culture is why I have him as a GOAT artist, but a GOAT rapper, hell.
Now that's
again,
two different things.
When I say he's a GOAT, I mean in every aspect in era. He's not. When I put him against Nas, no comparison. Against Jay-Z, no comparison. Tupac and Biggie, no comparison. But they're not in the same era. And if we're going to compare Drake to his era, he is definitely top 10. Definitely. He birthed some of these motherfuckers that's out here now. Let's talk about it. I got a couple in my top 10 in era. Chance the Rapper, Drake, Tyler the Creator. Definitely in era. Definitely he's topping. Now, if you're going to talk about globally, if we're going to talk about out of all time, he's definitely top 50. And you're smoking dick if you say he's not. Name 50 rappers that's better than Drake.
I guess I'm James Charles.
Yeah, really.
Guess I'm James
crazy.
Really.
No, because y'all can't even name 50 rappers that's better than Drake. You can't.
I can't. If I wasn't as tired as I was,
I might be able to get to 100.
50. You got 50 rappers.
Absolutely.
I really do. Of all time.
Of
all time.
Like, absolutely.
Okay.
Half of Wu-Tang alone.
Exactly. Like, Wu-Tang.
Half of Wu-Tang alone.
That's less than 10, but go on.
Half of Wu-Tang alone. Nobody knows how many people are really in Wu-Tang. Nobody knows.
Like, damn near 10%.
Have you even listened to every single member of Wu-Tang's music?
It don't matter.
I have.
No, now it doesn't matter. Now it doesn't matter. Because it's not realistic because you haven't. No,
I haven't. No, I can tell you that I haven't.
Y'all are so miserable when it comes to Drake that y'all really gonna sit here and say members of the Wu-Tang that you haven't even listened to their music is gonna be better than him.
Speak on him.
You're smoking dick.
Speak on him.
You're smoking.
But but on some real shit, if I wasn't as sleepy as I was, I guarantee you I could name 100 rappers better than Drake.
Real shit. No, like seriously,
y'all can.
Yes, I can.
Like seriously,
so tomorrow when you have all of your energy, I would like the list. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Bright early. I got you.
Like seriously.
Because you can't name 50.
No, dead serious though. Like
all the way back to 1920. Watch, just to be petty, because he's gonna come up with 50 people that he thinks is better than Drake, and I guarantee you, those 50 artists, he hasn't listened to their music. Not every single one of them. So go ahead, ahead, make up your list.
I bet you I will.
It's real life 50 rappers.
It's really
that's better rappers than Drake. Like fuck everything else, your influence, fuck all that shit.
No. And we're not rapping. And it's rules. We're not talking about people ain't nobody heard of before. We're not talking about anybody that never went mainstream. We're not talking about that indie rapper that nobody heard of before. We're not talking about the rapper down the street in Philly that you hear every time you come out the house. We're not talking about that. Let's be realistic.
Might be better than Drake too.
Y'all are such haters on this
that
man.
Nigga really might be better than Drake too.
Such haters. And Meek Mill better not be on that list. I swear to God.
No,
not at all.
He's not on that list.
Not at all. I mean, all right. We gonna start it. We gonna start the list right now.
Yeah, no, I ain't gonna hold you. I was really gonna do my own top 50 anyway, just to do it. But Drake
I'm
definitely.
gonna just see how far I can go. I'm gonna see how far I can go. Redman and Method Man.
Yes, and yes.
Lupe.
Yes.
Common.
Yes.
You're definitely missing one from that era of Common, though.
He missing.
I'm going all over. I'm not even pick. I'm just going all over. Just where my mind is as sleepy as I am. I throw White Boy M in there.
Yep, and I ain't even an Eminem fan.
Of course. Eminem should have been top 5. I'm not, and these aren't in order either. He don't like Eminem.
Eminem might not even be in my top 50.
He don't like Eminem.
Your music taste is at the bottom of the motherfucking ocean.
He don't like Eminem.
I just want to let you know that.
Eminem lost a lot, though, yeah.
He's not, this isn't in order. Obviously Jay, obviously Nas.
Yes.
Obviously Biggie.
Yes.
Obviously Tupac.
Yes.
Q-Tip and Phife Dawg.
Yes and yes.
Ghostface.
Yes. Just go ahead. Name the whole Wu-Tang. Go ahead. Old Dirty Bastard, Inspector Deck, Raekwon.
Definitely Inspector Deck. Definitely Raekwon.
Not ODB.
Yes.
The RZA and the Jizza.
Yes and yes.
I'm taking ODB out.
Y'all fucking high.
I'm taking ODB out.
You high.
I'm taking ODB. He's fire, but I'm taking ODB out.
You high as shit.
RZA and the Jizza. I'm seeing who else. My mind is like crazy. I got Kendrick.
Yes.
Duh.
I got Cole.
Yes.
Duh.
What's that? 15, 16 right now?
Right. That's what I'm saying. You're not hitting 50, but keep going.
We definitely.
I really am though. I really will. I'm tired of shit. Fucking Dipset. All of them.
Yes.
All of them.
And yes, absolutely.
All of them.
100%.
All of them.
Yes.
All of them.
100%. Yes.
All of them.
100%.
All of Dipset. All of
I have exited the chat after that.
All of Dipset.
Absolutely.
The talent is better than.
Yes.
All of Dipset.
Cameron's a better rapper than Drake. Jim Jones is a better rapper than Drake. Joel Santana is a better rapper than Drake. Yes.
Dare I say, his light-skinned counterpart early on, even after pumping up, Joe Budden.
Joe Budden is a better rapper than Drake, yes.
Joe Budden is fire. People only know him for fucking pumping up. Joe Budden is
Joe
fire.
Budden really is he's like that.
Yes, he is. I'm at like 25, and I might stop there because I'm tired. But I'm telling you, I can give you 50. I can add on that list. I'm telling you. Joe Budden is fire. People just know him for Pump It Up, and those are the jokes.
You didn't even see Busta Rhymes. I've been waiting for that one.
Okay.
Absolutely.
I get it. My mind is crazy. My mind is just crazy. But yeah, Busta, that'd be what, 26? Oh, what do I got? What I got? 20.
We got 24.
Twista.
Yes, Twista's a better rapper than Drake.
Mm-hmm.
You helping us out? Like, this is kind of counterproductive.
I mean, I do know there's better rappers. I'm realistic. There are better rappers than Drake, but he's definitely top 50. That's all I said. I didn't say where he charted. I didn't say.
I feel you. I feel you. I'm not. I just really. He's not in my top.
Y'all just don't like him so much, so y'all can't be realistic about.
No. He has talent for what he does, but when we talk about the purest form of being a rapper, he is not top 50.
You're mad because I used the term GOAT.
Yeah,
and
you can't say you say he's a GOAT. You said he's the GOAT.
For several reasons, not just music. His music and him, he changed the culture. The 10 years that he was running shit, he changed the culture. He birthed some of these new rappers.
Jay-Z not exist?
Jay-Z is also a GOAT. I said that. There's multiple GOATs. But you're not gonna say here you're not gonna play with them.
Multiple greatest of all.
You go to a farm and there's multiple goats. Am I right?
It's not the same thing, but I mean
it is. It is. There's multiple goats.
I give Drake the GOAT. I give Drake the GOAT status on everything but rapping.
It's all inclusive. For me, it's all inclusive.
He has 4 things that not a lot of people can do: rap, sing, act, and appeal to white people. Not a lot of people can do all 4.
Not to mention, let me say, Drake is a purest form of a GOAT because he came from Degrassi, and then he popped up and he blew up the music charts. What? This man was an act. When I first was experienced to Aubrey Dre Graham, he was in a fucking wheelchair on the grassy in Canada. And then next thing you know, this man raps.
I'm supposed to give him some cool points for this. I'm supposed to give him cool points for that.
Definitely.
Why?
Because he's multi-talented, and you don't get that a lot in new artists. You get artists who can do one thing and one thing only. This man can rap.
Shit, I was gonna say Will Smith can act and rap.
Will Smith too. Will Smith in his prime when he was rapping, definitely better than Drake. I'll give him that. And Will Smith is a GOAT in acting because of all the talents he has.
Right.
Definitely.
But the difference between that is Will Smith is top 50 and Drake isn't.
Y'all are amazing. Y'all are amazing.
I don't know what to tell you.
Me neither.
Amazing. Y'all are such haters. Y'all acting like y'all are really being a realist.
But you know what's crazy? It's more Drake stands who are male than it is female, to be honest with you.
Facts.
Yeah, because men are bitches more so than females. Definitely.
I believe it.
They are the same ones who go on social media and bash his man and play his album in private. That's why I don't give it no energy, because it's like, oh, he's so emotional. Okay, but you got nothing to say on every single one of your playlists.
No, he's not. He's not trash. Drake is definitely not trash. Like he's a great artist for what he does.
And the older he got, the more his lyricism got better. Because there's a lot of stuff I don't catch, and then I'll listen to it again, and I'll be like, wait a minute.
I don't know about that. I don't know.
I group DM all of my exes. Also play on DMX. Also because there's a sample in the song.
Yeah. But I don't know if he got better as a lyricist.
He's very quote worthy.
For sure.
He's very quote worthy. Very quote worthy.
Very much giving captions. But again, as much as a Drake fan that I am, because I can also admit when he should have kept that shit in his drafts. So I'm not going to stand him, but I do realize when he's making great music versus when he could have kept that shit in the drafts.
Who had the best verse on Fucking Problems?
Who was all on that song? I don't remember. I remember
I'm
2 Chainz.
My right.
2 Chainz sings the hook. ASAP Rocky goes first. Drake goes second. Kendrick goes third. Last.
Kendrick.
Okay.
I would say Kendrick, then Drake, then ASAP.
Yeah, it's in reverse. Yeah. I don't know what the fuck ASAP was even talking about in that song.
Yeah, I was like, it was in reverse. He started off the song because I'd rather him start it.
But it was his song, wasn't it?
Yeah,
it was his song. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm. But whenever Kendrick and Drake get on a track, it's not that person's song no more. It's theirs.
Yeah.
So it is what it is. And then 2 Chainz, I probably put him before ASAP too.
And all he did was sing the hook. All he did was rap the hook. Yeah.
Now ASAP, definitely my favorite song of his is definitely his first single, and it will forever be my favorite song of him. Peso, listen. That was the very first single he put out, and it's still my favorite song of his.
Well, you know what's crazy? I like Ferg better than him.
Ferg is definitely a better rapper.
I think that's probably what it is for me. I like Rocky, don't get me wrong, but I think Ferg is, but I like Ferg better, and I think the rapping part is why.
The ASAP Rocky slander has got to stop.
No, he's not bad. No, I don't think he's bad.
He's not bad.
I think I like Ferg better though. Listening to them, I think I like Ferg
he put ASAP Mob on the map as he should.
Shouts out to ASAP Rocky.
Ferg just as
Ferg definitely a bull, but I personally prefer Rocky over.
But it's like Rocky stopped making music.
Yeah, and he went full like fashion, and he went full into that. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. But when he was making music, I was more of a Rocky fan than anybody else.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anybody from this TikTok Fortnite era that y'all fuck with? Heavy?
Not heavy. I like I don't know.
I fuck with Doja heavy.
Okay.
Like I fuck with Doja.
Doja didn't come from TikTok.
Yeah, she didn't come from this era though.
No, but like
because I was about to say like it's like 21 Savage wouldn't even be considered this era. Like so like I would say I I really don't fuck with.
Okay, not even. I'll use the technical term. Then like the Gen Z era.
I like Lil Baby a little bit. Roddy Ricch is cool.
The Baby.
I don't fuck with the Baby.
I'm not a huge fan of him like that.
No. No. I like the hits. I
see where you're coming from with that, but me personally, I'm not.
I don't think
fan
I'm not saying he's not good. I just personally don't fuck with him. Yeah, nah.
I definitely see where you're coming from with that one though.
He got too many songs with the same flow for me. Sorry.
I can't even think of nobody honestly from this era.
I can't see. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
let's go. Let's go. No, I can't. Sorry.
Yeah, but you can actually understand what the fuck he be saying.
No, you can. You can definitely.
He gives me Busta Rhymes type flow. He can't rap as fast, and his lyricism ain't on Busta's level, but the style of rapping is very much like Busta. A lot of his songs, when he's doing that fast rapping shit, yes, it is.
I didn't say he was like
Busta. I said the style.
A little bit. I see where she's coming from. I personally just don't like it. But he got
videos are mad creative.
Yeah, his videos are mad creative.
No, his videos is definitely fire.
Yeah.
You fire for putting the Jabberwockies in the video. Like yes, yeah.
No, the bot video, that shit, that's a banger.
Yeah. But like Moneybagg Yo, no. Who's the Koi? How do you say their name?
Please.
I don't know nothing about this artist really. I know a few hits, but I don't know nothing about the artist. Like
I can't stand the voice.
What does she rap? What is she like? What is her
content?
I
don't know what the fuck she does. I can't with her.
I don't know. I've seen her trend on Twitter, but I don't know what her content is.
Because people love bashing her, and then there's black women to her defense, and I'm just kind of like, but let's be very, very realistic and very honest about her music, though.
Is she supposed to be like a plant to like, Dej Loaf?
That's what they say. That's what they compare her to.
That's what I thought. Okay.
But I wasn't a big Dej Loaf fan either. I just didn't listen to her music.
I like Dej Loaf. Okay. Yeah, I've never heard
There's a lot of people who I say is talented. Like I feel like Lil Baby is very talented, and what he does, I just don't listen to his music, and I'm not gonna listen to his music. But I'm not gonna deny his talent.
No, right? Yeah. I don't listen to his music like that either. Like it's one song I really like. It's called Freestyle from Lil Baby. I love that song, but. Other than that,
motherfuckers know his whole catalog.
No, yeah, for sure. I'm saying, but I mean, shit, I ain't gonna hold you. People got him at number one on a best rappers list.
That's right now. Yeah, that's all I hear. He number one. That's all I hear right now.
That's almost like when I was in high school. I used to always rap about Tyler the Creator, and now all of a sudden when he drops this fucking album with him in a blonde wig, now everybody on his motherfucking train. The best Tyler the Creator was our Future era. Very much so.
Sure.
That's when OF stood for Odd Future, not OnlyFans.
Right. And now you get pop star Tyler the Creator that's a little bit more censored and a little bit more mainstream. Then it's like, oh my God, I love that Heartache song. When I went to that Igor tour, and let me just say, Jaden is very fucking talented. Let me just say, and he's a very good performer.
I fuck with Jaden Smith heavy.
Real shit. His music is not even bad to hold you. But that Igor tour, when this man dropped Yonkers, I lost my fucking mind. And it's white people in the crowd like, like wow. How do you not know Yonkers?
Yonkers, yeah.
Sandwiches, OD. You gotta be. Please don't ever talk to me about Tyler the Creator if you don't know his catalog. Okay, if you can't recite Goblin when he's having that whole dialogue with his therapist, we can't talk about Tyler the Creator.
Yeah.
We can't talk about it. The sickest line he's ever say is, I want to, where he's talking about starting a football team and making Stevie Wonder the wide receiver. That is the sickest line.
What you talking about. Yes. Yep.
I'll start a team of leaders and pick up Stevie Wonder to be the wide receiver.
All
I want is fat bitches. All I want is to feed them.
They don't make music like that no more.
He He talked major shit, and white people hated him for it. But it was some of the most realest shit you could possibly hear from a Black queer dude. And you listen to that shit, and it's shit that you was thinking in your head, but you never wanted to say. And not to mention, he was good at it. And let's talk about the artist that everybody loves. And again, to my point earlier, is you can't give somebody their flowers without giving the person who made them come out. Frank Ocean. Let's be very clear on Frank Ocean. Love Frank Ocean. He really be playing us when it comes to the music. But guess who brought him out? Tyler, the Creator. Mm-hmm. Guess who was the first person to put him in the studio, put him on the team, and was very much hands-on on making Frank Ocean who he was? Tyler, the Creator. You cannot give that man, Frank Ocean, his flowers and not give Tyler, the Creator his. Almost,
not only like Tyler, the Creator's like his own music, but his writing, his pen for other artists is crazy. His
production is crazy.
Yeah.
His engineering, his production, his studio, his vision.
You got to be somebody. Like, you can't be anybody. Just be writing for Beyonce. You got to be somebody.
The Black queer boy that made weirdo music for the nerds and the dorks.
Yeah, like you got to be somebody. Yeah. There's nothing like that anymore.
And then Pharrell was like, listen, you too much of a dark-skinned version of me. Let me assist you with that. And dropped another album. Like, the nerds came together on that one. I was here for it. But you got Frank Ocean. Then you have, what's her face? From the internet. Because she started off as,
You talking about Sid?
Sid the Kid. Because Taco was her brother. I know Taco from their show, but that's a different story. But Sid started off as their DJ. You only knew Sid because her brother, Taco, was in Our Future. You didn't know Sid to be Sid. You just knew Sid as a person who did the female vocals on their songs. The girl who sung She.
Yeah.
Because that's my shit. Not She. She sung in Analog 2. That's my shit. And that's the first time you hear her really like singing. You're like, who the fuck is that? That's Sid the Kid. Then Sid got her own band, The Internet. Dope ass motherfucking band. Dope. Then she dropped her own solo dolo album. And that's when she got put on the map. When Sid put out Finn. Sid has been killing the shit since Our Future days. Since they were on YouTube just doing ratchet shit in the streets. Just them. Wearing fucking chino shorts and high socks and Vans. You know what I'm saying? She's a DJ.
This generation don't even do that right.
They don't.
They even do that right no more.
I can't. Everything got to be a fucking think piece. They used to be on YouTube just doing regular kid shit in the streets of LA and fucking Vans. I would even say that there was a really big blow up for Vans back then in that era. And I never got a pair because I just couldn't get with the wave. But it's because you just saw nothing but all of them in fucking Vans, bro.
Damn, did I have a pair
every
of
single
Vans?
one of
them? I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think I had a pair
and
of Vans.
It wasn't regular Vans that we have now. I'm talking to one that look like yacht shoes that you tie up, them Vans.
Yeah.
Like that was their era. The striped t-shirt and all that bullshit. So it's like, y'all, it's like all these people just be talking about how, and it's just like people I know in school just like using Tyler, Creator. My God, he's trash. He can't rap. But you got Frank Ocean in your playlist. Like he ain't push that pen for him too. Like he ain't hop on a couple of those songs. Like Frank wasn't on Our Future song. Frank came out in oldie. I'm high and I'm bi. I'm straight. And everybody was like, what? Y'all ain't know that shit. When he announced that he was gay or whatever, y'all didn't hear oldie. Then when Tyler came out, everybody was like, what? Where the fuck y'all been? Where the fuck have y'all been? He stayed talking about white boys. Where do you think it was coming from? It's just giving like y'all listen to people's shit and y'all don't listen to people's shit.
Yeah.
That's what be killing me. It's like y'all listen to people's shit and you just like, oh, that shit is trash. Did you listen to it? It's a difference. It's a lot of songs that I purposely don't listen to the lyrics because I know the lyrics is going to be trash, but I like the song.
Like the song.
It's like there's a lot of songs where I feel like the instrumental is 10 times better than the actual lyricism. To bring it to R&B, Masego. He got a song where the saxophone in the first 20 seconds is 10 times better than the entire song. And that shit is still on my playlist. And I even have the instrumental version where he's doing a saxophone for like 3 minutes before he starts singing. It's called Tadow, Tadow. Listen to it when we're done. Okay. But that shit, that saxophone is 10 times better than the whole song itself. But that shit still go hard. I don't even listen to the lyrics. I just go for that saxophone. And that's just simply about like the musical part of it. And what kills me about this new generation of music is like they just forget the instrumental music part of the song.
They don't, but and as far as the listeners, they don't care about the lyrics at all. It's not even like a specific kind of time. They just don't care about the lyrics at all. Like there's not a drop of thought.
Is again, I don't remember these people's names. I think it's because I'm tired. What's his face? Lil Nas X. When he dropped Call Me By Your Name, and everybody just got up in uproar talking about, oh, my child listens to Old Town Road. Why? Did you listen to the lyrics of Old Town Road? Because if you did, your kids would not be listening to that shit. Y'all just heard it was a country song.
He had little fucking 3rd, 4th graders screaming, I cheated and you can ask my baby, or whatever the fuck he say on that part. Like he had them screaming and they have no idea.
He even talks about being on drugs in that song. But again, people didn't listen to the lyrics. They heard that country beat. And the funny thing about it is the original version don't even get a listen. They listened to the remix with Billy Ray on there. Y'all just heard that it was country. Y'all heard Billy Ray get on it. And y'all just thought, oh, this is definitely age appropriate. No, the fuck it's not. As a matter of fact, Call Me By Your Name is a little bit more kid friendly than Old Town Road. Without the curse words, and we do the clean version. It's very much more kid friendly. And he doesn't talk about all that extra shit like he does in Old Town Road. Y'all just mad at the video. Okay? Like,
wait, that's the video where he with the devil shit?
And the thigh-high boots, and he went straight down that pole.
I haven't watched it simply because my mom was like, if you watch that shit, you're gonna get an exorcism. She was like, please, son, don't watch that. Like,
it's not that deep.
No, I told her it's not that deep. We were just making fun of it, but I still haven't even gotten around to watching it. But
I had to watch it because I had to see where everybody was clutching their pearls, where they had their panties all up in a fucking twist in their ass. I had to figure out why. And it just bugs me because
he doing what he want to do.
It's not even, again, it doesn't have to be a think piece.
Yeah, he doing.
Literally,
I'll never buy them sneakers though.
Fuck no. They had real blood in them. I wasn't fucking with that shit. Now that shit I can agree with, but the video, it's a fucking video. Did he pull out the Bible? Did he read a fucking scripture? No, he didn't. The man is literally in the Garden of Eve, bit the apple, got sent to heaven jail. They sent him to hell. And on the way down to hell, he had on thigh-high boots and he was on that stripper pole. Why does any of that make you feel like it has anything to do with religion?
Yeah.
This man has on lace front wigs, okay? Thigh-high glittery boots. And he was on a stripper pole on the way to hell. What does any of that have to do with you and your religion? And then for him to be twerking it on Devil's lap. Like you couldn't clearly see that was a black man with red paint. And then he snapped the devil's neck at the end and took his horns. Why is it? It's not that deep, bro. And again, censorship. So if you don't want your kids looking at it, why the fuck do they even know Lil Nas X exists? Let's be clear, because Old Town Road was definitely inappropriate. These are the same kids that has full access to the internet that probably know about Pornhub and just know how to clear their cookies before you see it.
Yep. It's a famous video of the game, the rapper, the game. He got a white kid singing on stage or rapping on stage. This little white kid knew every word. He was saying nigga. He was like, he knew every fucking word. I actually watched this video often just to get a laugh out of it. But he knew every fucking word. And the game was so surprised that he was telling the crowd, we're going to keep him on stage for the rest of the show. But he was fucking with him like, let's see if you know this shit. And the kid knew it. And he was just like, yeah, nigga, real life. And it was so funny. But at the same time, that shit was like he really know this shit.
Mm-hmm. And I'm looking at your parents like, what the fuck you been doing?
Mm-hmm. And the whole crowd, like they was cheering. But I guess whoever like the game, he must have had like backup dance or like dances and shit on the back, and it was two black girls. And they was just looking like this white kid is crazy as fuck. Like this shit not funny for real.
And
Yeah. It's crazy because I have a little cousin who just turned 15, and she was in my car one day, and my playlist is on shuffle. So I think a Cardi B song because none of my shit is clean, none at all. Cardi B came on. I said, "Ooh, let me hurry up and change the station." She know the fucking lyrics. I'm looking at her like, "How the fuck you know these lyrics?" And this is like one of Cardi B's like launchier songs. I said, "Who do you listen to?" She says, "Cardi, Megan." And she starts naming all these people. Why in the fuck does my cousin have you listening to Meg Thee Stallion? But you know what? I'm about my business because I'm not your parent.
Who do these kids have to listen to that's clean though?
That I was gonna.
That's not the point. We didn't have anybody that was clean.
No, that's not the point. But like, who do they have? Like,
I mean,
they have the same people, just a clean version.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
like, I don't know. Like, cause like shit. When I was a kid, like I was listening to every fucking thing.
Yeah, I was listening to everything. I played Vice City, Grand Theft Auto. Like I was. But there was still something clean that we had. Though.
I mean, yeah, but like, did it matter?
For me, I had Hilary Duff. I had Raven Simone. I had B2K. I had Bow Wow when he was Lil Bow Wow. I didn't listen to Romeo because he just was ugly back then. I had a crush on Aaron Carter. Like that's who I grew up on. I never listened to none of Lil
clean,
Kim
bro.
shit.
Like they're all clean. I know what you're saying, but as far as her point, they're all clean.
No, yeah, for
These
sure.
kids don't have him. Like
they don't.
Or the likes of them.
Okay, so like, cause I don't really
unless a
think
TikToker go music.
No, but I don't really think it's no new acts out neither. So like the people that we would think of, like the Justin Biebers and shit like that, they all older now.
They all old, yeah.
And then they making different kinds of music that's more provocative and shit like that. But yeah, I can't really think of nobody honestly. But just for me, like I was listening to 50 Cent in 2003 at 5 years old, nigga. I was like that.
Yeah.
When I was a child, I was a child. Okay.
I was in the middle. I listened to the rough shit younger, but then I still try to keep some of my innocence. But I know what you mean.
Yeah, of course, anytime now. Granted, when I was in middle school, and I think only Baltimoreans would know, but there was a song. You ain't gotta say too much from the look in your eyes. I could tell you what
that's the shit right
there. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, but here's the thing: you never put that shit on none of your devices.
No,
okay.
Sure.
Back then, I think we just had the iPod Touch. You didn't put that shit on your device. You listened to it on your friend's iPod or their iPod Nano at the bus stop. We used to share your little earphones or whatever. You listen to it, and that's the only time you listen to that song until the very next day. You didn't take that shit home. You didn't get caught with that.
They don't even have the iPod. Oh my god.
Yeah, they don't.
Light a candle. Places like don't
they don't have shit.
Like, I
never wanted to turn into my parents as far as like, yo, y'all ain't have, but like I feel as though that's what we are. Like y'all don't have shit.
Yeah,
you really don't. I feel like I want to be that parent when I eventually have kids that like embarrasses you. You're not getting your iPhone. You're not.
Yeah.
You may get an Android, but you're gonna get that old ass Android, the one where you had to slide up the screen, you got the full keyboard. So that's what I had. I'm saying I might just give you a Nokia so that you remember the struggle.
Not a Nokia
and how good you have it.
And that goes against everything. I am proud to say, and even though we've passed a decade, but like in 10, 15, 20, 25 years that we had Drake, Kendrick, Cole, Nicki, Frank Ocean. I'm proud to say we had all of them. I don't understand how a Gen Z or 25 years can be proud to say they had Moneybagg Yo and I don't know how you can be proud to say you had that.
Kodak.
That goes back to that.
Like how can you be proud to say that was your music and you proud of that?
6ix9ine.
But that goes back to the point of like what the fuck are you doing it for? Like as an artist, like what are you doing it for? And honestly, I truly believe that the fans,
our artists, even though they had their moments where they did their own thing, I ain't gonna say they cared about us, but I think they really kind of cared about as the music goes, though.
That's a fact.
As
for
the
sure.
music goes.
But even us as listeners and consumers of the music, like, or people that listen to those artists, I should say, like, they hold the responsibility in them being as good or as trash as they are, because they fucking listen to it regardless of whether it's good or trash. Like,
Definitely.
I mean, like, if it's trash, we're not fucking listening to it. Change your ways and make it quality, and therefore I will listen. If it's not quality, I'm not fucking listening. A lot of artists that we grew up listening to, like, you could pick at it, like, with a, they maybe got one or two bad albums, but they got 15 great ones or 15 good ones. Like, I don't know, man.
There's only one thing I will say about Tekashi. He might just be the greatest troll of all time.
Yeah, that's not a good thing to be.
No, it's not. But after watching his documentary on Hulu, he is the greatest.
You watched his documentary?
I didn't watch that shit.
My mom put it on, right? And because I was like, what the fuck is this? And so she watching it, and just how he became who he is. And this is not an ad for his documentary on Hulu or whatever. But it's weird. It was weird seeing him without the color hair, like him as a kid. He was every other like Mexican kind of kid. Like, he was poor. He lived in a house with like all his brothers and sisters and his girlfriend and his mom. And he just started out this trolling shit by wearing these provocative ass shirts that he made that said pussy on them. It said pussy, HIV, AIDS, 69. And people in New York and shit, it was going on like, yo, like, that shirt is, it's not like it's fire, but it's different. Like, where you get that shirt from? I made this shirt. All right. Like,
it's giving very much mental illness.
And it transitioned to like, I want to rap. He's like, yo, I know my shit could be trash, but like, I want to rap anyway. And like, he took some of his shit from his friends and the shit they used to say and whatever. And like, he used to just be screaming. The videos he make, he be having real like bitches really suck his dick on a video. And like, but the shit was so troll worthy. He got big, and it was like, how can I keep upping my troll? All right, I'll put 69 on my body 200 times. I'll put it on my fucking forehead. I'll, like, the girl who did his colorful hair, it made her hair salon like pop. Now everybody want to come in there and get the Tekashi. Like,
yeah, that shit is weird,
like, his
that's
troll
the definition
level
of fame is a drug.
It's a drug. Sure. His troll level is insane. That's the only weird good thing about it. Obviously he can't, but he can't rap. He know his shit is trash, but he don't care.
The best song he got has Kanye and Nicki Minaj on.
That's the shit where they big boxes and they like this.
No, that's Lil Pump and Kanye.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
6ix9ine got a track where he raps for like the first second, but his verse is actually pretty cool. I just bought my bitch from Kylie Jenner lip fillers. I'm like, okay. And then here comes Kanye. Damn. Oh my God. And then Nicki's at the end. That track is very much fire because of Kanye and Nicki. But I'm not even mad at his verse in the beginning. I'm like, okay, this shit is kind of hard. Kylie Jenner lip fillers. Okay.
See, that's how I felt when I finally came across the one everybody knows, Gummo. When they all the blood, Gummo, all the bloods or whatever, that shit make you want to fight. Like, it make you want to run into a rave, and you know I don't listen to that kind of shit. But when it come on, it's like I want to turn into the Hulk and really like smash shit. Like, I don't know why his music is like that, and now I kind of understand why these kids go so like they're so crazy. That shit make you want to go fucking nuts, and I don't know why. And I slightly enjoy just that song, but I slightly enjoy it. And it makes me like, where the hell has the times gone where just lyrics and things meant something? And I
never listened to a song and afterwards felt like I'm gonna go shoot up a block.
Yo, that shit made me want to run through a wall. Like, that shit, like, I've never felt that way before. Like, it felt like I took heroin to some shit and listened to the song. That's how it's wild. But I'm telling you, all of his music like that. He's yelling and not even like Meek yelling, like he's yelling. But
even when I listen to a song about shooting up the school, pumped up kicks.
bitch.
That didn't make me want to shoot up for school.
No, his shit make you want to commit mass fucking Columbine.
Okay, hold on, time out, son. Hold on.
I'm sorry, but no, for real. I'm sorry, but for real.
All right.
And I've never wanted to feel like that. It's like I don't listen to this music, but like Gummo really, the shit really kind of go hard for real. And when you watch people reactions, they be like, "What the fuck is this?" But then they can't help but do this. They can't help but not be fucking.
Because it's the beat. It's not him. It's the beat he be choosing.
It's the beat, but it's also him just yelling, just like. I can't even tell you what the fuck he was saying in the song.
I just want to say, like, any producer or label that will ever catch this video, I just want to let you know that, like, give me $1 million, I'll get you a TikTok hit. That's what I'm saying.
So you need the dance, and all the dances be the same. It's the same it's the same shit.
Y'all look funny as shit doing it.
And even I feel like they stole that shit. I feel like that's the fucking Macarena and shit. Like I feel like they stole everything. I don't like this generation. They can call me a boomer. They can call me whatever. I don't give a fuck. I don't like this generation.
No, this generation gets the fuck, and it's even worse for me because the TikTok girls, Charlie and
they come into your store.
We have a line with them. They made their own brand of clothes that we sell it in our stores. So I get a lot of teenage girls that come in like, "Do you have a Charlie and Dixie?" I'm like, "Oh my god!" I once had a girl. They came out with these sweatshirts. One was like this periwinkle color, and it was a smiley face in the middle of it. Very much simple, very much kiddie, right? Had this young girl call the store. I answered, unfortunately. "Do you have a Charlie and Dixie?" I said, "Yeah." I'm like, "Which one you thinking for?" She gave me the SKU number, what she was looking for. Sadly, we were sold out. This girl cried on the phone. She cried on the phone.
That shit sound like some shirt from like what's that store that they sell earrings, but it's like for little girls, but like and they do piercings.
Claire.
Claire, it's like some shit from Claire's. Like
they
probably do got a line there.
Their first collab was very much like, let's just give them a couple sweatshirts. Now it's their brand. They have a whole new collection of clothing that's their brand. They call it Social Tourist. Now it's their brand. They just sell it exclusively in our stores. So like my store discount, my associate store discount does not work on it. It has its own designated area inside the store. They gave us tape, branded tape, where we taped around that area. We can't even mix our regular clothes with that section. And it's like, and their material was a little bit better. Their styles was a little bit better. I bought a couple pieces. The shit is fire. But it's amazing of how like they came from TikTok. Like the main sister, I think the older sister, that might be Charlie. She blew up because she created the dance for Doja Cat's Say So single. And Doja put it in that video.
Isn't the younger sister the more popular one though?
I think on TikTok, yes. For just like doing videos, but it goes to show that like they went viral doing some everyday shit. And now they have money. Now they have their own fashion line. They at one point had their own reality TV series for their family on Hulu. And then you got Addison Rae.
Say these things, it's not hate. Or it's not hating, because that's what like this generation may take from this or take from any of us talk. It's not hate. It's just like this shit corny.
It's crazy. It is so crazy.
It's corny.
Like
it's
back in the day, you had to work for the clout.
It just doesn't take. It doesn't.
You had to work a little bit more for the clout.
You had to sit in a house with like 10 strangers and like live with them for 3 months to get clout. You had to basically be filmed doing a crazy shit to get clout. For you to be able to sit down, like even YouTube, you had to have some type of talent to get some clout. Nowadays, you order a shit ton of seafood. You sit at a table and all you do is eat on camera, and you got a following.
Like
I will never understand my
thing, bro. Like,
who the hell wants to sit at a table and sit on your phone and watch somebody eat? Why?
Why?
And then you see
people slurping and shit.
That's why I like Vine better. I think Vine was better, and people even hate when you make the comparison. One, I don't really. There's a comparison because they're essentially the same thing, but it's not. I think it's way more impressive to only have 6 seconds to do a thing, to be entertaining, to be informative, to do whatever you had to do to make it loop or whatever. But you had 6 seconds to do so.
6 seconds.
That's fucking impressive. Now, what's I don't even have to. What is it, like a minute? They give you like a minute or some shit.
You have 15, 60, and now some influencers got 3.
See, that's.
Listen, man.
I'm not gonna say I don't like all the
production.
TikToks. If somebody send me some shit and I laugh, I laugh. But I don't have TikTok. I'm letting y'all know now. As me, I am not speaking for these two. As me, I don't fuck with TikTok. I'm letting you know this now. Y'all gonna hate me.
For me,
don't fuck with TikTok.
For me, it's I'm gonna let Vine go because we don't have Vine anymore.
Yeah.
And a lot of my favorite comedians from Vine either have Instagram or TikTok. So you got Demetrius
do they
Harmon.
stuff? Do it hit the same though?
It sure do, because now because you figure those are the same ones who had 6 seconds to come up with the funniest shit, and now they got 30. Now they got a minute. Now they got 3 minutes. But they actually can do outfit changes, scenery changes, and it's funny because Demetrius Harmon and Dope Island, I forget his real name. You know, they was putting out productions on Twitter for the longest time.
Mm-hmm.
Funny as shit.
Yeah.
Now they're able to put that same content on TikTok, which is reaching a whole different demographic, number one. So them same old ass videos we saw months or years ago is re-blowing up. And now both of them are getting back together to keep doing skits on there. So that's a win for us. Then you have Katie. Katie funny as shit. She went from Vine to Instagram to doing Instagram lives with Ari Lennox and doing a whole skit within that. Because that shit was funny as hell to watch. When she told Ari, I don't care to know you. I want to ruin your life. I don't want to know what your nightmare was like last night. I don't know your last name. I don't want to know what your body wash is. And that shit was funny as hell to watch because she was so dead ass serious. Ari said, you a piece of shit. She said, don't you think I know that? Why do you think I'm going to therapy? Because I'm a great person? And that shit is funny as hell. But and she came from Vine. And she has a TikTok. So I look at TikTok as basically Vine, just longer videos. So all that think pieces, all the political, all that dancing shit, I just keep it scrolling. But all that funny ass shit, and then not to mention, it's kind of like a mini YouTube because now they got informative videos. You know how many hacks I found out about?
The informative ones I do like that I've seen or somebody seen I do like.
I just bought some racks for my shower because this girl had posted it and I kept seeing the same shit. And I was like, where'd she get these motherfucking racks? And she has the Amazon link and it was $30. And apparently they don't rust. You stick them right on your wall and they don't move. You don't have to install nothing. I bought that shit. And now it's in my shower and I absolutely fucking love it. And I wouldn't have known about it without TikTok. Because that shit is not on Instagram. Now the voiceovers, the shit is very much annoying. It's especially people who don't know how to sync their lips with the audio. Like I know you looked at that shit before you posted it. And I know that you saw that you were off. Leave that shit on Snapchat. Don't bring it to TikTok. But again, I'm a normal person. So if I don't like it, you know what I do? I scroll right past it.
And that's why I have it. That's why I have it downloaded. Like if I've seen TikToks, they've been off Twitter, or like some people sending me some stuff and like I laugh. But
that shit is funny as hell. You go on TikTok and you don't even realize you was on there for an hour.
That's the second thing I've heard about it. The number one thing that people will always tell me is the algorithm is amazing because it's set to whatever you like. That's dope. I give them props for that. That's dope.
And it's a couple times where it's people I don't even follow, but some they do like separate parts. So because they only have 60 seconds, sometimes the people who don't know how to put it all in one fucking video, they gotta do multiple parts. And it's been a couple times where I don't even follow them, but I go on the app and I see part 1, then I see part 2. So I'm able to keep up without having to follow them. So I don't know if that's a good thing for them, but it's damn sure a good thing for me that saves me a follow. I ain't go back on there to people. I just see the shit. And because I know I like the Amazon hacks and the life hacks and shit, who knew putting a bag in your trash can backwards saves you all that extra air in it? Didn't know that. Didn't know that at all. You put it on first, inside out, and then you push it in. No air.
Okay. No, I did. That's why I haven't even tried that.
It's a manga. I mean, I don't know. The social media generation is very, very like it's just so much to it. Like it's just so hard to keep the fuck up. Like it's
hard to keep up. And for me, and it like probably the main reason why I don't think I want TikTok. We were in high school, even like towards the beginning edges of college was like Vine. I think me hopping on TikTok is like going backwards. Like for me personally, I feel like I'm going backwards.
Is that deep?
For me, yeah. I live that life already. I lived that viral life. I didn't live it like I didn't do anything, but I lived that watching the viral shit already. I lived that already. I feel like this is for them. I'm not saying older people can't get on it, but for me, I watched all those kind of videos in high school until beginning of college.
For me, it's just I get access to a lot of new artists that way, and then you see like videos using some type of audio in the background, and sometimes I'm like, wait a minute, who the fuck is this? I just downloaded this new black girl. She's like Heidi said or whatever. I saw her video on TikTok, and she literally wrote the song about how like, you know, you don't have to like my body, but I do, and it's talking about how she wants to love again. And I fuck with the song heavy. I downloaded that shit, and I was a whole EP, and she's just now blowing up. Like TikTok, there's another girl. I think she's like Middle Eastern. And I saw one of her videos singing one day, and I said, oh, this bitch is bad as hell, and I like this song. Tell me why one of the songs she did, just playing around, just fucking around with, is now a fucking food commercial. I think it's Taco Bell. You want the sauce, I want the sauce. That video.
Okay, yeah.
That commercial, she did that. She was just playing around on TikTok months ago and posted it because she's an artist and she's like trying to get her music out there. And then she got a whole fucking commercial.
And I've definitely seen this Taco Bell commercial like a lot. So okay, that's
you know
dope.
what I'm saying? Yeah. So
I'm dead ass seen this shit like maybe even like yesterday.
All the time. And the funny thing about it is, again, music ears. I heard it and said, I recognize that voice. Same chick. And I've listened to a couple of her songs that's just her, just like her authentic music, and it's pretty good. So for me, it's like TikTok is like something to pass the time. When I'm just like in bed and I'm not tired yet, you know, you scroll on your social medias and Twitter is a little bit boring. Instagram is always boring. I go to TikTok. You know, like now it's like when shit is going down, it's basically like the video version of Twitter. Just how you see people tweet in tweet threads, you go to TikTok and it's the video version. And I'm just like, okay. And if the comments be funnier than the video, you see all types of shit. And it's like a mini YouTube. So I don't have to go on YouTube and I don't have to search for videos that way. I could just scroll through my TL and just see shit, like shit, share shit, keep it pushing. And at the time, it's very much very funny. Pass the time. Or you hear some shit you ain't never heard before. When the Chinese rocket was coming back to Earth, I didn't hear that shit on the news. I heard that shit on TikTok. Okay. Mercury's back in retrograde. Heard that shit on TikTok last night. Didn't even know. Don't keep up. You saying? Like, it's damn near like the video version of Twitter for me. So it passed the time. I learned some new shit. I hear about some new shit. And I hear about some new artists. So, I mean, it's just all about what you use it for. Just like your Twitter TL, you choose what you see on your page. I choose what I see on TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
Period. So that my viewership is what I want to see. Hacks, life hacks, music, and funny ass videos that I sometimes send to you because that shit is funny. Now TikTok get me caught up, but
and for the most part, I like the videos you said. I do laugh, so
that should be funny as hell. Like it's like I said, Vine gave a lot of people our age at the time the creative space to be creative, and they ended up being popping. Right. Remember Jay, I forget her name, Jay Versace from Vine. Now he's engineering for a lot of artists. Then you have the girl Jay from DC who popped up on Vine. Now she's on Wild and Out. So
you know what you talk about.
You know what I'm saying? It gave them the creative space. So then you have the newer generation that doesn't have the opportunity to have Vine like we did. They don't have MySpace like we did. So what do they have?
I think the pandemic helped them too.
Yeah,
very much
Like
so.
they was able to stay in the house, and TikTok went like it was already through the roof, but it shot to the moon. Like being in the house and doing random shit in the house. I think that helped too.
And then artists just jump ship. Like, oh, this is what it takes for it to get the popping. So let me drop a song that's gonna make somebody make a dance too. Or let me make a song that's gonna make people like have it as an audio in the background. All it takes is one funny ass video, and you click on that audio. Like, what are they using in the background? I just found out about this new song where when I think they were doing like the barking challenge. It was all these guys barking into a screen. I said, who the fuck is this? Looked up the song. I actually kind of fuck with it. It's a black dude. I actually kind of fuck with it. It's about him killing people, but I actually kind of fuck with it.
What did the dude say? We are our own worst
enemy. Yo, and on that note right there, I am going to just we gonna wrap this shit. Like
wrap it up.
So for one, I can't thank y'all enough for making group chat a dope ass segment on the HolloTalk podcast. T, I'm just gonna spotlight you for a second. You was the real MVP for this segment right now.
We don't got applause button, so we just got clap.
We just gonna clap.
We gotta clap.
You definitely been the real MVP. Like I just love that you was able to kind of get your shit off. Like essentially just get your shit off and talk your shit that you would normally talk on the record. So now people actually get to hear, y'all opinions and everything. You too, K-Dot. Y'all carry this shit. I just let y'all do y'all thing, man. Adding my little Drake hate here and there,
Get on my nerves. We're not discussing Drake no more. Y'all have my high blood pressure.
No,
there's a little known thing I'll say before I go. During our college years, there were times where like I didn't feel like speaking up or talking and shit. T always had said something. There was always, and it wasn't everything she said made sense. Everything she said was like, she wasn't just talking out her ass. The shit, it was real, whatever she had to say. And there was times where you could have spoke up. Like she always took the rap and always spoke up. So that's not a problem for her at all. So that's one of the things I love about her. So this podcast, like her on this podcast is like perfect because that's what she do for real.
Oh yeah,
she was the MVP. She was the MVP.
For sure. I'm glad that I was able to, extend the platform to y'all so that way y'all can, get your shit off and talk y'all talk. Y'all got a lot of dope ideas and opinions about different things, especially shit that we interested in and that I felt like people should hear. So
fuck this generation. I'm just kidding.
Hey, I'm trying.
I'm tired. I'm tired. That's big. No,
y'all real conversations with real people.
Exactly.
Some of y'all shit is
all
cool.
about being authentic. Because all the conversations that we have off record, why not have it on the record? These are real conversations people are having in real life.
Oh yeah, and people need to hear it. And with that being said, I want to thank y'all for blessing this conversation, especially you, T, real MVP. They're gonna know though. Yeah, I'm guaranteeing it that you're gonna be the people's favorite when all this comes out.
Sure.
100%.
For sure.
But thank y'all seriously. I want to thank the HolloTalk Podcast listeners and supporters for listening through and through. And we will definitely be back with another episode of the HolloTalk Podcast and another segment of group chat with these two beautiful people right here. So shouts out to y'all.
Category is space.
Exactly. All right, y'all. Love.
Deuces, y'all.